like stress. Just watch and be entertained.
Sure. Alright, thank you very much. Just watch and be ready to entertain. So, ñu ñëw si CD Cham, ñëw tamit ñu la wax ne lan mooy sa final word going into the conclusion ak tamit lan nga am pour ñaax tamit ñi nga xamante ne ñoo fi nekk di Modou Fatiam ak li nga xamante ne ñooy EXCO members yi ak even ñeneen stakeholders ak football lovers and all the partners lan nga am pour bàyyi li nga xamante mooy sa final message.
Wow, lu ma wax rek Cham comme suma doom waay
Select.
Cham
Toilet.
la woon Milan yëpp si kanam Milan support parce que léegi dafa bëgg a yàlla na lu yi on a sànq bu pare commencé
Alright, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure to have you guys here and good luck to the encounter. Lali Jiba, pour ñu demaat once again, we hear from both teams. They have already, addressed about their preparation and also send the message regarding to the fans and the community. But once again, we will just take the audience, that is the fans. BU, we acknowledge your presence, and BB as well, that is the Director of Communication of SESDO. Now it's a new cup, so BB, welcome. But let's start with the sports youth team, and let's start in the lineup. We've seen Musa Fati, Daud Kani, that is Ibrahim Kamara, and Abdullah Jam. Well, we've also seen Babukar Juf, the young centre-back, Kemo Silla, and the young Adebel, Esa Jame, and others just like Pedri, Malan Tafe, and also Malan was the goal scorer of the semi-final against Kotbe. So Malan did not to cement his place.
Hello?
Before I give you the mic, let me give you the
Once again,
let me take you through the route to this final. Gombe, Milan. So Team Spurs defeated Gombe 1-0 in the finals of the league. Lamin Abdullah Jalo scored the own goal of the match, while Milan FC defeated their rivals Milan Rosario by 4 goals to 2 on post-match penalty shootout. Navas, this one I got for you. Let's go. Great for you.
All right, thank you very much, Lani Jiba, for providing those important information. But just like you said, looking at the panel of referee also. It is a very, very good panel of referee because we all know Barham Cham, despite being a young referee, but he is absolutely a promising youngster. I believe he could be the next Papa Gassama of the Gambia because he was the one who called, officiated at the last final, which was won by 1-0 against Gambia, and he has done something amazing. I believe that is one of the reasons why he's been entrusted, and also Ali is another promising young referee, understand the game, and also he has been doing wonders since the qualifiers of this year's SESDO upcoming calendar. But just to remind you also, not to forget about the person who is behind the scene, that is Mr. Landing Nyazi. Landing Nyazi has been someone very instrumental when it comes to the game referee. Mr. Landing, we acknowledge the development that you are doing, and also not to forget the young ones that are coming. So it seems like it is going to be a very, very entertaining, but also a very, very good officiating which we expect. But once again, we would like to acknowledge Umpul Padudu as well. We've seen Padudu, he has been here, and he is the head of the security. We all know it is very important when it comes to security in terms of events like this, but also on the panel as well there. The SESDO president, that is Mr. Modu Ispaja, is already on the spot, and he is ready because it's imminent. But so far so good, Lamin, we've seen a lot, and we are also expecting a very, very colorful and entertaining encounter. Thanks to Ali Wenger and also the SESDO One Love family media team. They have been doing wonders because Wenger has been someone among the seniors and also coordinating, promoting a very, very conducive environment when it comes to coverage. As you can see, the Democracy Pavilion too, and also there are other colleagues down there, that is Parfati of LSTV, and Parfati we acknowledge your presence, and also GRTS, the national television also is here, and it's gonna air out the Super Cup live, so others that are staying abroad or also in a far, far distance and could not make it here will be able to access the game. So it's already a very, very good technical setup for Lamin Jiba into the SESDO led OJ Jalo Super Cup final between league champions Milan and also knockout win, league champions Team Sports rather, and knockout champions Milan. Well, on our far left hand side, it seems like the Sports Fans Club just coming, but also we've seen some of the Milan fans already on the ground, but not all of them. Probably others are waiting and setting themselves to arrive here. Before allowing that is my able boss to come on board, I will just like to give you some of the routines where we see the trusted referees, Barham Cham, Koli, and also John Mendy. Well, Mr. Jao, welcome. We acknowledge your presence as well here at the Serakunda Stadium. So good to see you. And for Milan, they are road to the knockout. Milan started the knockout as exemption due to their performance and standing into the league position. But they also defeated all hands by 1-0 to advance into the last 16. And also they played against T-Central, which ended 0-0. But Milan managed to win on penalties. Into the quarterfinal also, they defeated Pejeker by 1-0. And now they reached to the final, and obviously coming out on top against their rival, that is Milan Rose of Bundo, on penalty shootout. So it was a very, very interesting journey. But looking at their counterpart, that is Team Sports, they have the longest journey so far last season. They've started their journey versus Independent into the qualifiers, which ended 1-1, and they won. They managed to win on penalties. They also defeated Batos 2 goals to nil, and also won against LC Rising Stars on penalties. They defeated Sunshine by 1 goals to nil, and also Ball Coin by 3 goals to nil into the playoff to cement their place into the SESDO Naweta 2024. Looking into the group stage also, they were in the same group with Lake Juga, Wasala, and also Tita, who were the current champions by then, and also Future Stars. Well,
alright, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to this auspicious platform. Actually, as we know, SESDO is the best, as far as sports is concerned. So we need all executive members to sign the agreement with Hamdan Casino Ticketing, Halo Electrical Trading, and also Jazz Import. Basically, these are the developments for today, and then we're also going to inaugurate Inauguration. So SESDO, they are committed to promoting and enhancing sports in Serekunda community. So on that note, we call all the executive members to come forward for us to sign this agreement, and this part of our East Forward project. We are committed than ever. We will make sure we transform this part to its highest peak. So, fans, the teams, my official securities, and all the dignitaries that are present here today, we thank you all. Without you people, we will not be here. The stakeholders are the most prominent people that we can have today. All this transformation in Serekunda is, we cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone, so we have to do it together to ensure we have a proper path. By looking at this Serekunda is now compared to before, you will realize that there are a lot of transformation. With the leadership of Mr. Cha, his vision and mission is very clear. He's a leader that has a direction, and then all the executive, the members of Serekunda is community can attest to that. So on that note, we welcome you all. Let's watch the game in a peaceful way. No violence. This is what binds us together. Sports is love. Sports is something very, very important that can bring harmony and unity between and among. So therefore, I call on all executive members to come forward for us to sign those agreements. Hence that's no time. We are running against time. So at the democracy end, we urge the fans to comply with the rules and regulations governing this noble path. So let us be calm, let us be kind for this noble day. SESDO we have, angels will not come to one of these paths for us. We are the people from other communities, but we are the very ones that can transform and enhance this path. So on that note, I thank you all on hand of the mind.
Alright, thank you. Kumba Balde, and also another part from Team Sports, where there are things on this encounter. So Kumba Balde, welcome to the Serekunda East. Alright. Kumba, what is your take into this final between your team, that is Milan, versus that is Team Spurs last the winners last season? Or you can use any language that you want, even Mandinka or what?
We are 100% confident that we are going to win sport. 100% confidence as Milan.
Alright, 100% confident as Milan. Yan coding from Team Spurs. Okay, so I will allow you to introduce Aisatu from Team Spurs. Aisatu, yakan dengan mula ambil against Milan.
Wala karena dengan Milan because
Yang codem is not today. So both fans are very confident. Kune kamune yang codem. So kamu kamune yang codem. So what is your prediction? What is your prediction?
Yakan ini kuat, anjing dan kuat depan. Yakan ini boleh kuat di pagi. Kuat pagi, mereka kan Milan bakal Milan. Pas Milan ini kami, we are 100% confident and they are going to do it. So we are going to play for today again.
Alright, tengah kamu nyong yakan ini si pagi. So they are very confident. Definitely aman demo yang kuat today. So yo kami alak mo sa Exiloro beberes sa final aman dari money kapitulin.
Yunde, yakan ini si pagi. Memang confident. Yakan ini kuat deh, sudah. Nunggu deh, nunggu. Nanti itu dia kuat.
Alright, kita yakan diwajib yakan ini kuat. So dinaler very soon. Lang mo sa final message at sila aman dari mo sa bokeh fancy at tamatay chakay ko colorful ang platform ko aman dari it is going like so many people new fees aman dari percent and final.
Semua final message, why semua working fancy. We are 100% confident right now, and then we work the hard way. So we are at them, and then how do you do? So finally, we are win more by us. Inshallah.
Some of the fans are already into the mood and kickoff is imminent. As you can see, today's man of the match here between Team Spurs versus Milan FC is officially sponsored by Bull Fashion, and the man of the match will be given a pair of new boots, and also he will be having another sponsor from Apple Camia, that is going to be $2,500, and also Apple One Plus power bank. Well, once again, we acknowledge the presence of the SESDO Queens. They are here with us. It's not about football only, but SESDO also engage in other discipline aspects as well. From now, we've seen the teams are leaving into the dressing room, setting themselves to come back. So some of the technical arrangement for the pre-match formalities is already taking place, and so far so good. We are very close. It is almost 4:30. So we are urging Mr. Maurice Pacham and his exco to settle themselves and welcome the dignitaries, or possibly we will engage also, that is Liman, you are welcome to the ceremonies Spurs of Bundu. So it is going to be interesting. But there's one thing we see today. It is something very new on this setting because we see the Milan fans being allocated and also given to a new premises. Just looking at it is going to be a pass from the two sectional fans. What is your take into the new settings? Because it is already to the Democracy Pavilion 2, which will be unveiled today. And because it is somehow very unique in terms of organization and also colorful as well.
Because normally you take both fans they crisscross. So I think what committee will decide this time around. They allocate the new place for fans. I think they go in a group team A.
So now these are the fans that are on team A and looking into the picture. Team Spurs are the team A because they are the league winners of the SESDO 2024-25 season. But coming into it, we also see some of the new things that have already happened here. And also look at where the man ball is being placed, building up SESDO together and it's fun. This is something really eye-catching. Another thing, another setup. And also looking at our far left-hand side, there's another billboard and that is also displayed SESDO forward, building SESDO together. So these are clear messages which is already on the ground. And also on the far left-hand side, just around the Democracy Pavilion 1, we see also Hamdan Kasiran also, who has been a very, very good partners with SESDO, and also his banner is being displayed there, FIFA Forward, Gambia Football Federation. All these things are something very unique, and their banners are well displayed into this encounter. So once again, we will like to welcome our able PRO, that is Billy, and BO also is here, Calais as well. So we have a very, very good panel that are really, really experienced, and also they are doing wonders for the Serekunda East mini stadium. You can at least, yes. DJ hold it.
Wow, dafa am ku ñu bëgg a dugal kooku mooy kan mooy xale bu am jokku nekk ak Serekunda East di seen PRO di xale bu dégg daaj xale bu mun di moo def boo xam ne su fekkee nag ñëpp kontaan si paak bi kooku mooy kan bii kooku leen ko bu dugg si janoo ak public bi tàggatoo bii Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is time, and the time is ticking as far as it is. It is 2025, and the new project is the East Ford. Your Excellency, with your permission, the project holders have given you another mandate of 4 years on purpose, marking the significant developments that you have achieved with your team. Your Excellency, today, the 23rd of August 2025, we are about to stage the Super Cup final, named after a legendary man who has left but in our hearts, who has left but is represented, who has left but has made Serekunda East a place for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this Super Cup final is named after a statesman who has dedicated his life to the Gambian people, and he is no other person than the Honorable O.J. Jallo. A round of applause for a statesman by excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, we have realized that Democracy 1 was a story of the past. Democracy 2 is a new party built under the leadership and tutelage of Modu Yusufacham and team. His Excellency, you have gone beyond the level down to prove to the stakeholders that your executive can be given another 4 years to take East forward. And East forward is a new project. Ladies and gentlemen, if time permits us, you will officially inaugurate East Pavilion 2 and go ahead with the proceedings of the Super Cup Final 2025. But before that, silent ceremonies for the floodlights will be done. The rest assured stakeholders, SESDO is ready for you to play at night. And today, 23rd of August 2025, we'll be signing the final draft for the lights to come on. This is all possible under the leadership of Modu Yusufacham. A round of applause for a gentleman by excellence.
Thank you very much, my noble boss. We are going to take the members to the signing of this agreement. First, we're going to go by the contract agreement between SESDO and Jase Kotka. We invite Ismaila Jata to come over for us to sign the contract, hence we are running against time. Basically, this contract is tournament management project. We signed this contract to advance from the manual system to an automated system. This is to tell you that SESDO have leaders of visions, they have directions, and they actually know what they want for Serekunda is. Our wish is to transform this park to its highest peak, but this cannot be done without the commitment and support of the stakeholders and also partners and sponsors from different parts of the country. So on that note, we're going to go through the contract between Jase Kotka and SESDO. Yes, now we're going to start with the lighting project. And then actually I'll give the opportunity to my boss to take you through on that lighting project. Highly welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are about to sign the first contract of 2025. And the first contract, which will put a smile on every Easterner's face, is the lighting project under the tutelage of the one and only president of SESDO, President Modu Yusufacham. I am now honored to call on the contractor, Ismaila Jame, to join the high table for the signing ceremony of the floodlights 2025. Ismaila Jada is the contractor, and he will be joining the high table to sign this contract. Mr. Jada, please welcome for the signing ceremony of the floodlights 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, you asked for it. we are about to deliver the light and we will definitely play a light. Transparency and accountability is what we know at SESDO, and money spent for football will be spent on football. This is the slogan, no matter what. We love it, we feel it.
For Serekunda is executive for their visionary leadership. This is what we need. If you are a leader, you are not just there by words, but there to serve the people that entrust you with their vote. So under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Mohamed Chow, we believe that within a short period of time, we are going to do a lot. By saying a lot, I mean. This time around, we have a lot of projects, and within 1 year, we are going to ensure that these projects are accomplished.
Ladies and gentlemen, the signing ceremony of the floodlights is happening right now. Ismail Java, the contractor, is in yellow, the president in white and a cap respectively. If you are not seen anywhere at far, at length, at wherever you are. And our dazzling feminist see, Miss Queen of SESDO has changed. Mami Sida is no more our queen. Mami Sida is no more our queen. We are right now facing off the Queen of SESDO.
Once a queen, always a queen. Now as a mother queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we take you through the signing ceremony of the floodlights is in progress. The president is signing the contract with the contractor, and I am very much sure he will deliver to expectation. He is an Easterner, he is ready to work with his hand, and he is ready to make sure we play at night. So if you are at the helm of Gambian sports, be rest assured Serekunda is ready to bring night football for you. And today, this dream has come true when the pen is put to paper.
This is to let you know that this is not the only contract that we are going to sign today, but we have other contracts as well, which include the sports management system.
Bro,
I don't think so. Another contract, which is the sports management system. We call on our Justin to come forward for us to sign this contract. This will now help the teams not to register manually but electronically, just like the management system.
ladies and gentlemen, Serekunda is moving and the slogan is forward. This year, 2025, all teams are going to register under digital formats, and this is happening under the tutelage of just one man named Modu Yusufa Cham, alongside his lieutenant, Sergeant Lamin Mane, and our able secretary, Ibrahim Jai.
My boss, I think we're going to add this title to Mr. Moducha, the president of SESDO. He's the president of the people, by the people, and for the people. Mr. Cham, you are here to stay because we believe in your leadership. We signed this contract and then to another contract, to many more contracts. This is to tell you that we are not here to play, but to put any resources that we have acquired from teams and also sponsors and partners to make the best use of it through accountability for processes and transparency.
But remember, those are the words. Administrators must be held accountable. And for you to be accountable, you must show that people that you are transparent, you are accountable. And if this happens, they trust you, they are ready to support you. And that is why anytime we call at the east side, the best side, people turn up. So far so good, this game has not yet started, but the park is already full to capacity. This is what we believe in, and this is what we have been doing. So when we said we are the best side, and some other sides claim to be the best side, I mean, they will join them, but we know for sure the east side is definitely the best side. That is where we are headed. We are setting the standards. And in the next 4 years, we will turn this Serekunda East into a multi-sport complex that everybody will want to be part of. But so far, so good. The president is at ease because he was unopposed. Likewise, the secretary and others as well. But so far, we are progressing. And tonight is history as well. It is not only a Super Cup final. It is a Super Cup final. Inauguration of Democracy Pavilion 2. Signing of not only one contract, but contracts. Then what do they need anymore? I mean, these people are definitely very much at ease because we are definitely giving them what they want. And we will keep doing that. So, the second contract is in progress. I mean, we are currently signing with the, sport management system, and that is with Jaji. Jaji is the one responsible for the sport management system. This sport management system is to help teams to be able to register even at home and make sure everything is done, with technology.
We are more astonishing and a verified contract within the East. This is to tell you we have relations and this is a team that works unanimously. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with the team. And SESDO executive, they believe in teamwork. You can see from their faces, from how they are seated and so on. Now we are moving to integrating with Hamdan Kasiran.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the 23rd of August 2025, SESDO have signed with Hamdan Kasiran, and you can realize those that were using the gate, today we are using machines to issue tickets, and this is called e-ticketing. You get your ticket through technology, and with this, it will be more accountable and more transparent to be able to know how much have we made in each game. Because this is what we believe. This is what is need to be done. And this is what administrators by excellence act. And that is exactly what we are doing at the east side. So we have to set the standard high. The standards are at east. Hamdan Kasiran, please be on standby. Immediately when we finish with Mr. Jati, who is providing us with the sports management. Hamdan Kasiran, please come forward to sign the e-contract ticket. This is beautiful. We have seen contracts being signed in closed doors, but we don't believe in that. We believe in signing our contracts at any time because we are accountable. We are east. We are good to go. We are proud of this. We are happy. And that is why we are signing our contract at east. We are ready to serve, and we will serve with dignity and pride. History will remember this committee for the next year's committee under the leadership of Modi Yusufacha. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us at the Serekunda Stadium, it is for the starting of the 4, Saturday 23rd of August 2025, and the Super Cup final will be played against Spurs, the league champions, versus Milan FC knockout champions. Hamdan Kasiran, who provided us with the e-ticketing, is now signing the contract, and this contract will help us to be able to account for their tickets after every game. And that is exactly what we are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are right now about to reach the climax of the signing ceremonies of these contracts. And we are welcoming everybody to the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. We will be giving you a round of the dignitaries that are already with us. I can see the man from Bundung constituency who is in all white and black tonight. Honorable Suleiman Jami, who has always been with us. But the grammar, so far so good. The youths of Serekunda East are very happy. And you can see this. They are actually good. And we are making sure, that all is done and dusted. So far so good. 3 contracts have been signed in 2025 and we are expecting more contracts to sign. Lighting system, e-ticketing and TMS to make sure sport management is at ease. I mean the youth of Serekunda is happy.
Indeed, you can see the smiles on their faces. A round of applause for Serekunda East Executive for moving Serekunda from a very, very low standard to a very high standard. A round of applause for Serekunda East Executive under the direct leadership of Mr. Momodu Cha. Thank you very much, Serekunda East Executive. Thank you very much, the stakeholders. Thank you very much, the fans. Thank you very much to the sponsors, to the partners, whether individuals or institutions. We thank you very much for your support. Without you, this great achievement would not be accomplished. So we therefore commend each and everyone who participated directly or indirectly in advancing and enhancing sports in Serekunda community. Therefore, coming to move to the next agenda, which is the kickoff, the most exciting part, which is the combat between Milan and Spurs. This is going to be a very interesting game. Sit at your combined zone, watch the game in a very, very peaceful and enjoyable way. Please, please, please to the fans, when we score, let's avoid the perimeter fence. As we know, this costs us a lot to protect and preserve this perimeter fence is to avoid the family fight. You can celebrate, you can jump, you can cheer your players, but let us avoid the perimeter fence and also make this park as ours. Because if not, you'll keep on maintenance and that is going to cost us a lot. We have a lot of projects that we want to do. So let's safeguard our resources by protecting our perimeter fence and other useful resources that we have in Serekunda.
Well, so far so good. Kickoff is eminent at the home of Gambian sports. The dignitaries are set. Both fans are ready. And referees and teams are set to go. DJ Mas, please be on standby for the national anthem. Whilst we prepare. DJ Mas, come anthem first, then national anthem will come second. I mean, so far so good. Both teams are ready. Their fans are in high gear. The park is already at capacity. I'm sure our finance department will be definitely smiling for now. Tickets back at 150. It was so much noise. But let them understand this. The drama football is expensive.
Super expensive.
Football is, even I can recall, vividly living in England, the Arsenal fans were complaining to say their tickets are very high. But this is normal. I mean, but we can tell you one thing. If you pay your ticket at the inside, you never regret it. Because your money is what we are spending back. And definitely, I think the environment looks absolutely beautiful.
Super, super beautiful. Impossibly beautifully, gorgeously, pretty. If you can see, Serekunda is back. But we have to before you understand that there are a lot of transformations. And in this transformation, the members of this community actually come together a lot. So we are getting we ensure that we plow it back. Serekunda is back. Look at the park. Look at the pavilions. Look at all the other avenues that Serekunda is trying to provide. We are yet to accomplish our goals, but indeed, we will definitely reach there. Fans are cheering. Spurs fans, the Milan fans, are all cheering their players. The game is about to start. The game is about to start, and indeed, it is going to be a very interesting one. questions, which is indeed their success. This is to tell you, SESDO don't only concentrate on the sports aspect, on the football aspect, but they diversify. Those that are not interested in football, they will have an opportunity to actually showcase their talent in different sporting activities.
And that is why we are called the Homo Gambian Sports. I mean, it is not football, it is not regular esports football association. It is Sports Development Association. I mean, I can vividly tell, I mean, present here, the East Side have produced so many individuals, especially in the side of volleyball, that are playing overseas. I mean, that are so responsible, and they are at least making progress into their lives. So we are grateful, we are happy. We are so proud of the stakeholders for giving us another 4 years. Ibrahima, I mean, what is just beside me has been elected the new deputy PRO of SESDO. Now being engaged, I'm sure you will definitely step in at the right time. But before I proceed, I must have to, I mean, beg my indulgence, Your Excellency, to make sure we are getting names slowly but surely. Because when we go at the east side, people respond because they know it's the best side. The people of West will fuck up, and they will definitely assess and accept that the east side is the best side, even if they do they claim the west is the best. We have seen two good teams that have been crowned champions in 2024. Today, 2025, there can be only one champion. But I am putting it to you, there are no champions. Because playing this game, you are the champion, that is why you are playing. And you are going home with a significant amount. And the individual accolades that are on the table tonight is just amazing. What more can they complain of, Ibrahim?
I think this is to tell you that Senegal is executively committed and ever under the dynamic leadership of Mr. Momonika. As I will always put it to you that the executive, let's live in teamwork. I will always repeat this again and again. Teamwork always makes it work. If you want to go fast, you go slow. If you want to go far, you go with the team. And the commitment that I've seen in this global team tells me that they are confident that if they did 50 last 4 years, this year they are ready to do 200% to transform this global path. In fact, the time will come when we might even host our national team.
It's very possible. And I can tell you, you can see that home and get your tickets. It's also coming. You know, this side, it's just a young number of people that are creating diversity. Alright, Diva.
The teams are about to come out with the match officials. Team Milan, first team,
Come and them,
it's going to be a very great Super Cup. It's not going to be easy.
have the dignitaries to come to the kick of Your Excellency. Idiomas, please prepare the national anthem while the dignitaries are coming. I would be fair without acknowledging the presence of my own boss, the team president of Falcons, Mr. Musa Jame. He was the very reason why I played in this park. And then indeed, that was the reason why that his community was established. It's because of him. He is a very vibrant individual that contributed a lot in the sports development. Mr. Musa Jame, thank you for coming. Not only gracing, but also, promoting and developing sports. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have now our dignitaries. We have the Honorable Member for Bundunda Kunda constituency, Honorable Sir Jame. We have Honorable Member Farouk Mansari. We also have the President of Senegal West. We have the representative from both Milan and Spurs. We have the Vice President of Milan Sports Committee. We have also to welcome the able contractor they have delivered on time and always on time. The CEO of Manasi Architecture, who have designed these two pavilions and built them in the time frame that we have put. And now, can we please rise for the national anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, can we rise for the national anthem? Let us all rise for the national anthem. Can we rise for the national anthem? After the count of 3, we are moving to the national anthem and prepare for kickoff. 1, 2, 3. Very enticing to welcome about the comments. us once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Agalo, for blessing this occasion with us.
Yes, sir, Chairman. Ibrahim, for the very first time tonight, Senegal is on this Super Cup are going to use an electronic changes board. This is what we are using tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the east side is the best side. Inside, I give you your permission, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the east side tonight will be using an electronic changes board. For the very first time in the history, this is how the Easterners start. And every new year, we do it this way. Now everybody can believe that the East side is the best side, undoubtedly. And I can vividly tell you, this is sponsored under the tutelage of Mr. Amadou Mani. Ibrahima, this Super Cup is already amazing. This Super Cup is already top notch. I mean, the electronic changes board is making airways so far. But then, I mean, kickoff is always eminent. And right now we can see both teams are now taking hands. In fact, some of them, they are probably on them not to shake hands. But then this is football. This is fair play. Whatever the case might be, let's see where the teams are. But we are grateful for the dignities that we have. Not a fair but a
This is to tell you the world is public. And the world is evolving. Central executives are also evolving. We understand that the manual system is of the past.
yéen Serekunda yi da ngeen liggéey te am na lu ko firndeel dee na ma tax may taxaw si école seen suñu nekk TFF loolu something la beneen record la ci yéen anti arrêt yaa ñooy taxaw waa Serekunda Islam mais bu la la bu taw ba ko yéen parce que Sports, welcome to your home. We are grateful to have you. You have leveled the ground and we are moving slowly without obstacles. The east side is the best side and this is the reality.
If the question of where to spend your weekend is, of course the question and the answer should be at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. You might be getting our voices and signals. Welcome to SK East. The ground for this huge Super Cup. And the Super Cup final of Serekunda is OJ Jalo Super Cup final between the league champions Spurs FA and Milan Football Club, and Spurs the league champions and Milan the knockout champions. Spurs currently dressed in pink shorts, black shorts and black socks, currently playing from our right to left from our cabin, while the Talinding Bay side, Milan FC dressed in black and red shorts, black shorts and black socks, and currently kicking from our left to right. And the Milan side is under the guidance of Kaba Jata, and Kaba is having the assistance of Sidi Cha. Musa Sabali is the head coach of Spurs, having the assistance of Mohamed Mane. And the ground is set and already set for this huge class. Few minutes into the contest, the score is currently 0-0. Barren is the score at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium between Spurs and Milan Football Club. And in case you're just joining us, we're going to have a quick rundown on the starting 11 for the Sukuta Bay side, Spurs Football Club, the league champions, who are currently starting with Musa Fati in goal, Dauda Kanye, Ibrahim Kamara, Abdullah Dabo, Babukar Juf, Kemo Sila, Amadou Bari, Yankuba Dembele, Esa Jame, Malang Dafe, and Lamin Tabali, team captain, completing the 11 for Spurs. Milan on the other end is starting with Saliu Jeng in goal, Tafalo, Abdullah Kamara, Molamin Sumbundu, Mohamed Cham, Ibrahim Traore, Usainu Biai, Abubakar Sedikan, Bakari Jadama, Omar Baji, and Abubakar completing the 11. And of course, it's a huge class and a great turnout at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium in the Super Cup final. Not only a Super Cup, but the Super Cup final of late OJ Jalo Super Cup at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium between the league champions and knockout champions Milan Football Club. Kemo Kanye. Kanye. Of course, welcome to the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Looking at the environment has been electric right from the word go, and the game is currently live. Few minutes into the contest, score 0-0, but I think we are definitely loving the atmosphere at the Serekunda East. Around the area, Spurs! Into the bottom corner! Malang Dafe broke the deadlock for the Sukuta boys of Spurs Football Club. On Malang Dafe number 10. Malang Dafe scored in the semi-final, and once again on the sports sheet. And Dafe Malang scored in the semi-final, and once again on the score sheet in the Super Cup final against Milan Football Club. What a moment. Few minutes into the contest, came off on you. I think the place is already electric at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, an advantage to the Sukuta boys of Sports Football Club.
Yes, already an electrifying start to this particular contest, which was supposed to be a very, very highly tense game. And then indeed, since the start of the game, we have in the early part of the game, into the third minute of the game, Spurs have now broken the lead to Malang Dafe. That was a very, very good start from the league winners. Remember, they are the team that has won the league last season, and then they are here today playing against the knockout winners, that is Milan FC. And then in the third minute, they have taken the lead here, Spurs through Malang Dafe. That was a very, very good start from them. And then the atmosphere already has been an electrifying one into this early part of the game, because soon the game was the center referee give that signal for the start of the game. You can see all the fans were shouting for their players, and then indeed the shout here for that of the Sports went well for them into the first 3 minutes of the encounter here. So let's see what Milan are also doing their part. They are also attacking, so let's see what they will be able to do as this particular important game moves to the end here. But it has already been an electrifying atmosphere. Already we have seen some very, very good start from both sides. In Milan, earlier on they attack onto their opponents here, but they could not break the deadlock. And then we have seen that of their opponents, Spurs, the academy boys, also attacking on them very well. And then in the end, they have broken the deadlock in the early part of the game. Just 3 minutes just 3 minutes into the first 3 minutes, we have seen the Spurs here taking the lead against the Milan side. So let's see as the game moves, whether Milan will be able to respond, or are we going to see that of the leaders currently, Sports Football Academy, adding up their advantage, or are we going to see them winning this particular game by this early goal to win part?
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye, lively from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It's the Super Cup final between Milan Football Club and Sports. This time Milan! What a moment out of God into the bottom corner! An equalizer for Milan Football Club! And once again it is the number 10 Omar Bache. Malang Dafe broke the deadlock for Sports. And Omar Bache got the game to parity. What a moment, what an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is 1-1 and game on Kemo Kanye.
Very well, goals are raining. You can see in the first 5 minutes, on the first 6 minutes into the play here. We have seen the academy boys first getting their chance and then scoring from that particular angle. And then we have also seen Milan responded in 3 minutes into this particular contest here. Already 6 minutes in on clock, we have already seen two beautiful goals from between the two sides here. So let's see what happens here. So the fight continues here. Both sides are very much hungry for this particular trophy, because the way they start the game and also the way they are attacking on their opponent tells you a lot about this particular contest for either of the side. It is not going to be an easy game, so let's see which of the sides here will be going home with this particular trophy. But as of now, it is far from over here, Pa.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Of course, interesting on and off the pitch from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium in the late OJ Jallow Super Cup final between Team Sports and Milan Football Club. 7 minutes into the contest, we have already seen 2 goals, and the deadlock broken by the number 10 Malang Dafe of Sports before Omar Baji 10 for Milan getting the game to parity, and the score is currently 1-1. 1-1 from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium and 1-1 live on LSTV1, of course, at the commentary cabin. As usual, is Walamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Samsidin Jajo, and behind camera operations, as usual, for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Around the center circle, it is Team Sports. Sports trying to unlock the defense of their opposition. Not for too long, it is Milan in their own half. Milan currently enjoying the right side of the attack, trying to get the ball forward. It's another tricky and pacey player who lost possession. It is Team Sports now to build on. Getting the ball short, Team Sports. Esa Jame. Esa trying to dribble past a group of players. Still Jame looking for options, using the left side of the defense and trying to have his way out. Can he get something from this? Rasul nothing, says the central referee. And the referee is, of course, Barham Cham, who is having the assistance of Lamin Koli. John Mendy and Ali Robin Mason is serving as the fourth assistant referee from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1. It has been a great beginning, great afternoon, great contest between league and knockout champions. Sports FA won it last season in the Serekunda East Summer Nawetan. Came on from the qualifiers to the Nawetan proper and winning the competition for the very first time of asking. And Milan, who are currently having 4 trophies in their trophy cabin, will be hoping to win it and will be hoping to win their 5th trophy, while Team Sports will be hoping to win their 2nd successive trophy. It's a long one. It is Milan on the far side, around the 18-yard area, decently headed out by the central defender Ibrahima Kamara of Sports Football Club. And Sports under the guidance of Musa Dambele or Musa Sabali, and Musa is ably and reliably assisted by Mohamed Mane, whilst Keba Jata or Kaba Jata and Sidi Cham serving as the coaches for Milan. Team Sports 1, Milan 1 is the current score in case you're just joining us. And the game is on a live stream, live on LSTV1 as usual from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is the Coating Razor. Ball been taken around the area, glancing header. That was definitely a decent one, taken forward by Milan, but the central defenders of Sports just there in time to get the ball backwards. And it's a throw in on the far side. In case you're just joining us, Musa Fati is the goalkeeper for Sports, and in the opposite goal post is Saliucek around the area. Sports clearing their line. The league champions won, the knockout champions won. Team Sports won the league. Milan won the knockout. Sports defeated Gobi in the final, while Milan defeated fellow Milan side. Milan rose. It's a long one. Team captain will chase Lamin Tabali. Lamin on the far side. Dribble pass one, looking for more, and you can hear the cheers coming from the supporters. Tabali floats, decently blocked in there by the central defenders. It has been a great beginning. What a showdown, what a contest. And of course, it's a massive, massive turnout from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Of course, one of the biggest, if not the biggest turnouts at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And let's forget about the turnout on the far side. It's an opportunity for Milan to chase, looking for options, getting the ball forward, partly caught out by the central defender. And the defender, of course, Babukar Juve, just there in time to get the ball backwards. What an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Massive, massive, massive turnout. In case you're just watching us live on LSTV, it is coming to you live from the Serekunda East. And of course, live on LSTV1. Great possessive display on the far side for Milan, who were trailing before being or getting the game back to life. And it was Team Sports who got the lead courtesy of number 10 Malang Dafe. And of course the number 10 Omar Baji responded quickly to get the game to parity for Milan Football Club. And of course it's a clash between the side from Sukuta and the side from Talinding. Milan, a team based in Talinding, while Team Sports is a side from Sukuta. And of course one of these sides will be crowned champions and champions of 2025-2026 Serekunda East Super Cup. And they will surely have a trophy ahead of this season. Serekunda East Summer Nawetan. Is it going to be Sports or Milan remains the biggest ambition and question? And one thing is for sure, it's going to be Sports or Milan to be crowned champions of the Super Cup, and not just the Super Cup but the OJ Jalo Super Cup trophy. We already have the giant trophy, and before this contest we have seen we will definitely have inauguration of the Democracy Pavilion, which is already set and already set to be inaugurated, and we have already seen 2 signings here at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium before the commencement of this crucial showdown around the area. Team Sports 1-1 is the score. Around the center circle, Kemo Sela looking for options, spreading it wide. Tabali, the team captain. Tabali, the team captain for Sports, getting the ball backwards. It's a long one coming from Amadou Barry. Amadou to the goal scorer around the edge of the 18. Not a decent one. Milan lost possession. Can they get something this time? It's a low one. Never trouble the custodian. It is Milan still in their own half. Dribble past one and the second. Lost possession around the edge. Spreading it wide to the team captain. Malang Dafe, the number 10, getting the ball forward. It is Team Sports. Can they get the second here? It is currently 1-1. We have seen 2 goals in the space of the first 7 minutes. One coming from Spurs and the quarter coming from Milan Football Club. Spurs lost possession. Milan, is that going to be an opportunity? And the central referee Barham Cham is in the least interested. And you could hear the cheers and shouts coming from the supporters of Spurs. And also Milan on the far side, and the Serekunda East Mini Stadium is definitely full. Kemo Kanyi, the turnout is just electric here at the Serekunda East, and this should not be a surprise as Serekunda East has been a hub for football, most especially when it comes to Navedan. And this is a Super Cup, and we shouldn't be surprised seeing this massive turnout at the SK East.
Very well, Serekunda East is known for such turnouts when it comes to Navedan, especially looking at the two sides that are playing. The one from Talinding, the whole of Talinding will be here today to watch Milan against this particular Sukuta side, and then the fans also from that particular angle will also will have also piling their numbers onto this particular ground to making sure that they give that maximum support to the Sports FA here. And then but also you have the neutrals that will be here to making sure that they watch the start of the season, because I mean the Super Cups in our Norwegians here at the start of the season. So for one of the sides here to start the season with at least a trophy here will be a very good moral booster to that particular side. So let's see which of the sides here will be going home. But as you have earlier mentioned, fans have turned out in their large numbers, and also they are on top of their voices to cheer up their boys in trying to making sure that they give them that maximum support. They boost their spirits in trying to go forward, and also trying to secure what they will want to have at the end of the day here. So but it has been a great game so far into this particular contest in regards to the fans cheering up their players, and also the electrifying atmosphere that we have also seen here whenever a particular team is on the counter attacking or is close to scoring a goal here. So it has been a very good atmosphere so far that we have seen from the fans here.
It's a delivery around the area. Strong header coming from the central defender, and of course the central referee Barham Cham has already given the opportunity, but currently a player down injured back on his feet for Spurs. Spurs 1, Milan 1 is the current score. Malang Dafe broke the deadlock before Omar Baji getting the game to parity. Is that going to be the final score? Probably that might not be the ambition for both sides. Both sides will definitely be hoping to win it in regulation, or post-match shootout will decide the winner between Spurs and Milan Football Club, but we have to wait. This is just a very young, the time is definitely young and very young for Spurs and Milan. Spurs dressed in pink shirts, black shorts and black socks, whilst Milan in red and black shirts, black shorts and black socks, and Milan a team based in Talinding, while Spurs is a team from Sukuta. Currently Milan enjoying possession in their own half, and 1-1 is the current score. Massive turnout from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Milan going long, Spurs heading it down. Great control by the number 20 for Milan Football Club, and already the flag is up for a throw in, and it's an advantage for Spurs. Spurs Football Club under the guidance of Musa Sabali and Mohamed Mane, Kabajata and Sidi Cham of course on the dugout for Milan Football Club. And Spurs in last year Serekunda East Summer Navetan came through the eliminations, defeated Independent on post-match shootout after 1-1 in regulation before getting the better of Batos FC 2-0 against Rising LC Stars. It ended 0-0 before Spurs advancing on post-match shootout, defeated Sunshine 1-0 before advancing 3-0 against Ballcoin in the playoffs. On the far side, it's going to be another attack. In the group stages, they were paired in the same groups alongside Leyden Yuga, Waxahalla, T-Town and Future Stars Football Club. And Spurs in that group secured 8 points, Leyden Yuga with 6, Waxahalla with 5, T-Town Town with 4, Future Stars with 4, and Spurs and of course Late Juga advanced to the round of 16. And in the round of 16 for Spurs, it was a defeat against T Central before the team filing a protest against T Central and had a successful protest. In the quarterfinal, it ended 0-0 against Ebeji before the team advancing to the semi-final with a victory on post-match shootout. And in the fourth semi-final, it ended 0-0 against Konjbi before advancing in the replay semi-final against Konjbi. And in the final, it was against Gohbi where the team advanced 1-0 in a hugely attended final at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And Milan, on the other hand, were in the same group alongside Hanover, Ilen Borders, Gohbi, and of course Fichobi. And Milan, under the guidance of head coach Kaba Jata and Sidi Cham, advanced to the round of 16 where they defeated T Central. In the quarterfinal against Konjbi, they advanced to the semi-final where they defeated Bijanker 1-0. And in the final, it was against Milan Rose in the knockout final where the team advanced and of course became the champions after defeating Milan Rose by a goal to 0. And of course, in the round of 16 of the league, this is where they got beaten by Ebeji Football Club, and this is where they crashed out in the last competition of Serekunda. And already it is the Super Cup, and the grass and the ground is already set and set for the class. It is currently few minutes into the contest. In the first half, we have already seen 2 goals. Tricky and pacey player trying or currently struggling against the left back. It is Spurs now on the attack. Tabali to chase. Central defender will guard that ball to his defensive partner on the far side. You could hear the claps and cheers coming from the supporters of Milan around the center. Milan enjoying possession, and special thanks to all those currently monitoring this game live on LSTV on either Facebook or YouTube. At the commentary cabin, of course, it's Parliament Party Kemukanye Samsidi Jaju. From the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, it is the late Euje Jalo. Serekunda East Super Cup final between the league champions Spurs FA and Milan Football Club. In the very first moments of this crucial and lively Super Cup, we have seen 2 goals, one for Spurs and the other for Milan Football Club. Kemukanye, I think we're still going to have goals and goals in this contest. Already in the space of very first moments in the first half, we have seen 2 goals, and we believe we're going to have more goals in this contest. We can't confirm for sure whether it's going to come from Spurs or Milan. Both sides can definitely score as far as the game is concerned.
Yes, very well. We have seen 2 goals in the interval of 3 minutes between the 2 goals here. So let's see what happens here, whether the next goal will be coming from the Academy boys or it has to come from that of the Milan side. But any of the sides here, both sides have the capacity and also the intelligence in their forward to be able to at least score the 3rd goal into this particular contest. But which way, as you have said, will the 3rd goal come from, or other goals that we are expecting to see here will come from is still, cannot be confirmed by us here. But I believe that we are going to see more goals into this particular contest, more than 2, at least 3 or 4 goals into this particular contest, because the way they have started the game, and then if they continue with that, and I believe this is what they want to continue with. The spirit is what they want to continue with, and also their intentions here is very much clear, and that is to at least go home with the trophy and also the winner's prize here. So let's see which of the sides here will be going home with that, but it must be one of the sides here, and then I believe we are going to see a lot more goals into this particular contest, at least more than 2 goals into this, because already in the first 6 minutes we have seen 2 goals being scored, and then in the interval it was only 3 minutes between the 2 goals for Spurs and also that of the Milan side. Spurs scores first in the 3rd minute, and then in the 6th minute we have also seen their opponents responding back.
It's going to be an attack once again for Spurs around the area, and the goalkeeper allowed enough. Guarded that ball with ease for Milan Football Club. What a showdown between Milan and Spurs. We are definitely loving the atmosphere. The atmosphere is definitely electric at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, with a huge and massive turnout at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, if you may like call it the SK East. It's the Super Cup final. Super Cup final between between Spurs and Milan. It is Spurs in their own half, going long around the area, trying to get the ball forward. Ball being chested down by Milan. Spurs regain possession. That was definitely another great one. Tabali, the player of this season, chases. Not a decent one. Spurs lost it. Milan in their own half, enjoying possession not for too long. It's an opportunity for the Sukuta boys. Spurs Football Club going long. It's going to be another opportunity to the goal scorer who plays that ball short. Spurs wouldn't be in any hurry currently as they are trying to possess the ball so well in their opposition's half. It is Spurs once again enjoying possession. Great possessive display. Lost it. Milan on the far side. Can they get something? Not for too long. Milan once again will now use the right side of the attack, going long, and this time lost possession. Milan trying to go solo once again. It's an opportunity for Milan to chase this time around. The player failing to keep the ball in play, and failing to keep the ball in play is Mohamed Cham. Cham Mohamed 20 is another tricky and pacey player for Milan. Spurs taking that ball quickly. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Not a decent one coming from the number 5 for Spurs, Esa Jame. And Esa and his Spurs side will now regroup and trying to defend this throw coming from Milan. And Milan will now rely on Modlamin Sumbundu. 14 on his back. Modlamin going long around the area, glancing header on the far side. It is Spurs on the far side to break. Now deep in their own half. And in case you're just joining us, this live broadcast is coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and it is of course live on LSTV1. It is the Super Cup final in Serekunda East. It is the Super Cup final of late OJ Jalo, and around the area it is Milan once again trying to cause some problems. Mohamed Cham dribble past one, still struggling. It is Spurs in their half, and the central referee Barham Cham has already given the opportunity. The opportunity given to the league champions. League champions under the guidance of Musa Sabali and Mohamed Mane. Kabachata and Sedi Cham, or Sidi Cham on the dugout for Milan. Milan will be hoping to win the Super Cup. Spurs will also be hoping to win it. Spurs came through the eliminations last year. Got the team to the Norwegian proper. Won the Serekunda is Summer Norwegian for the very first time. And already Milan, of course, Milan from Talinding are already having 4 trophies in their trophy cabin, and they will be hoping to win the 5th trophy. Will Spurs give the opportunity for Milan to win the 5th trophy, or Milan will definitely lose the Super Cup to Spurs remains to be seen. And one thing is for sure, it's going to be Spurs or Milan to be crowned 2025-26 Super Cup champions, and the score is currently 1-1. Spurs got the lead. Milan got the game back to parity. It's a throw in. Quickly taken. Ball being chested down. Milan in their own half. Lost possession to Team Spurs. What a showdown. We are definitely loving the atmosphere. Sam Sidin, we have already watched a few moments into the very first moments, and we have already seen 2 minutes in the very first space of 5 minutes. 1 for Spurs and the other for Milan. And then we should be expecting more and more goals in this contest after seeing 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes.
Anyway, thank you so much, Alhamdulillah. As you said, we've witnessing a very, very competitive game here at Serekunda East. The Secretariat, that is the Sports FC, they were the one who first took the lead here at this game here at the final. But it was a very, very good response from Milan also. They came back and also scored and equalized. Anyway, as the game is from the beginning of the first minute, I see the way the game started is started with fire. Like fans have been entertained. The ambience is here, the fans are here. You don't hear the sound everywhere. I think the game will have a lot of goals here because the way it started, it hit off since at the beginning of the first minute. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Samsidine Jajo. Of course, in case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is the late OJ Jallow Super Cup. Late OJ Jallow Super Cup from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It's a clash between league and knockout champions. Spurs against Milan. A clash between a Sukuta-based club and a Talending-based side. On the far side, it is an opportunity for Milan, getting the ball low around the area. Team captain who scored the equalizer, trying to get something this time around the edge. It is Milan once again. Can they get the second one? This time strikes into the bottom corner, and it is the second goal for Milan. And this time it is coming from the number 20, Mohamed Cham. It's a goal for Milan, and the second goal for Milan Football Club at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And already, the first period has already given us 3 goals, and 2 for Milan and 1 for Spurs. What a moment! What an afternoon from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Kemo Kanye, we have already seen 3 goals, 2 for Milan and 1 for Spurs, and we have already seen an electric Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And of course, the field is definitely in high J as we currently watching this live broadcast coming to you live from LSTV. And of course, we have seen 3 goals and 2 for Milan, and of course 1 for Team Spurs.
Yes, 27 minutes per on the clock here. We have already seen 3 goals into this encounter. This is what we were saying, that we are going to see a lot more goals into this particular contest. Of course, it should be more. It will be more than 2, and then indeed in the 27 minutes already. It is already 3 goals into this highly, anticipated contest here between Milan FC and that of the Spurs FA. But let's see what happens here before the game ends here. But Mohamed Cham has been very, very instrumental for his side, Milan FC. He has been very, very troublesome for that of the Spurs FA side, because he was the player that created the first goal, and then now that he has found himself his name on the score sheet here. That alone is a very, very good performance for Mohamed Cham into this particular game here. So let's see what happens, whether Spurs will be able to come from behind to do the needful for their side, or are we going to see Milan going home with the victory here? But it is solely going to be a very, very difficult challenge for either of the sides to go home with the trophy, or as we have already witnessed here. But it has been a very, very beautiful and also a brilliant goal from Mohamed Cham.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Earlier on, Samsidine. In case you're just joining us, this live broadcast is coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and of course it is live on LSTV1. At the commentary cabin, Palavin Fati as usual, Kemo Kanye and Samsidine Jajo. Usman Kamara behind camera operation. Spurs around the area, and they get a leveler, and already the central defender just alert enough to get the ball off the feet of the advancing player on the far side. Is a throw in for Team Spurs, who are currently trailing by 2 goals to 1. Team Spurs got the lead, and currently the team trail is a header around the area into the bottom corner, and second goal for Spurs, and the game is 2-2. Kemokanye.
Very well, Malan Dafe again found himself on the score sheet for his side again. So let's see. He's the one who has opened the scoring into this crucial contest. His goal was cancelled by instrumental Baji for the Milan side, and then which was assisted by Mohamed Cham. And then we have also seen Mohamed Cham scoring in the 27 minutes here. And again, the interval for this other 2 goals here is again 3 minutes between them. We have seen Mohamed Cham scoring in 27, and in the 38th minute, Malan Dafe leveling the score for Spurs FA. Already 4 goals in the first 30 minutes into this particular contest.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. What a moment, what a showdown. First half has already given us 4 goals. Spurs 2, Milan 2 is the current score. We have already seen 4 goals. How many goals are we going to see in the second half? We have a whole lot of goals coming from these 2 sides around the area. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Central referee Barham Cham has already waved in for a play on. Is play on. Electric scenes from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Huge and massive turnout. What a moment from the SK East. It is the late OJ Jallow Giallo Super Cup final between Spurs and Milan Football Club. Spurs on the attack. Player Russell, nothing given by the central referee. Team captain spreading it forward. Ball being chested down. It is now the opportunity for Spurs. Spurs scored first. Milan replied. Milan scored their second. Spurs replied around the area. Entertaining and possessive football here. Lamin Tabali, the player of the year, lost possession. It is now the turn of Milan player Russell, and this time it's going to be an opportunity for the challenging base club. We are definitely enjoying this moment. Definitely loving the moment from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is definitely enjoyable on and off the pitch. The biggest of enjoyment is coming from, of course, coming from off the field, around the area. It's going to be an opportunity for Milan. Around the center circle, the score is currently 2-2. On the far side, it is forced, and the central defender is just alert enough to get that ball off the area. It is all coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is the Super Cup, and if you may like, call it the coating razor. And the Super Cup will surely get us to the Norwegian proper. And surely we will surely get you the group standings or the groupings of this year's Serekunda East Summer Norwegian, where we will definitely give you the spot of Spurs and of course Milan. Milan on the far side, trying to cause some problems, and already is a clearance coming from Team Spurs. It is Milan against Spurs. And once again, the second goal scorer for Milan, tricky and pacey player number 20. Mohamed Cham spreading it wide and black, while Team Spurs in pink and black. The flag of the assistant referee is already up, as the central referee Barham Cham has already given the opportunity for John Mendy and Ali Robin Mason is the fourth assistant referee at a jam-packed Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And of course, Brikama weekend. It's a long one. And of course, it's another Super Cup in Sukuta next weekend, the 30th and 31st. 30th in Sukuta and 31st in Brikama, around the area. Ball being taken low. It's an opportunity for Sports player Russell, and rewarded by the central referee Barham Cham. And you could hear the cheers and claps coming from the set of supporters. And in this contest, we have seen the first goal coming from Malang Dafe, and Malang broke the deadlock. Milan FC restored parity courtesy of Omar Baji. And the second goal scored by the number 20 Mohamed Cham. And of course Team Spurs got the game to parity courtesy of the same player Malang Dafe. And Malang has already scored a brace. And Spurs this time rewarded by the central referee. Barham Cham is the central referee, a dynamic and young referee who is having the assistance of Lamin Koli, John Mendy and Ali Robin Mason. What a turnout. Kemo Kanye, of course, we are definitely impressed with the turnout here. And we shouldn't be surprised. The last time we came here, we have seen a massive turnout. And we can confidently say this must be one of the biggest turnout that we have ever seen at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Maybe some people might tell you we have bigger turnouts at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. That might be bigger than this. But Kemo, this might be undoubtedly one of the biggest turnouts. Looking at the entire end of the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, almost full to its capacity.
Yes, very well, Pa. I mean, this is a contest between the eastern and also the western side of the Serekunda. That was a great volley here. Of the Serekunda East with Sukuta coming from the western side, and then that of the Milan FC coming from that of the eastern side here. So, I mean, coming from that particular end, they come here and meet here. So, not only their faithfuls are here, also you have the neutrals that are also here, who are also here to at least watch the start of the Norwegian here. And then the fan turnout is always very, very big in Serekunda, especially when it comes to the final. In Serekunda East, to be precise, especially when it comes to the finals. We are here the last time the league final when Spurs FA were crowned champions, and then but we did not see the turnout for that of the knockout final. But nonetheless, all finals in the Serekunda East, when you are used to this particular ground, you know that for the fan turnout and also the ambience that and also the ambience that the fans will be giving to their team is always on the top notch. And then this one as well is another exemplary that every zone in the Gambia here, especially the northern zones, can copy from the Serekunda East when it comes to the turnouts and also the fan ambience and also every other thing that is related to the finals that we have seen here. It has been a great game, game in regards to the football, and also the fan turnout has also been amazing in both finals that we have witnessed. This has been scored already. In the first 45 minutes here, witnessing 4 goals being scored, 2 from each side here. I believe that is a highly contested affair between the two sides. And then Spurs are now surging forward with counter-attack.
It's another counter-attack, lamentably, into the gloves of the custodian. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. As the player of the tournament, lamentably, for Team Spurs, and the coach of the season, of course, is the head coach, Musa Sabali. He's on the far side of Milan. Team captain, getting the ball around the area. Player Rasul, central referee waved in for a play on. The supporters of Milan are unhappy with that decision from the central referee. And that spot on coming from the central referee, calling in for an infringement. And this time it's at a great position, rewarded by the central referee Barham Cham. This is definitely at a great position at a jam-packed Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and the game live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. Parliament Party Kemo Kanye, Samsidin Jaju behind camera operations is of course Osman Kamara. It's a set piece for the Tallinding-based side Milan, who won last year's knockout competition at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is approaching half-time. Are we going to have a goal before lemon time? Remains to be seen. But can it be Milan or Spurs? Remains to be seen. Currently, all the players of our Spurs are currently behind the ball, whilst Milan will rely on a dead ball specialist to deliver at a jam-packed Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Currently having 2 players behind the ball. Who is going to take it? The number 17 and 14 for Milan Football Club, currently behind the ball. Abdullahi Kamara and Modlamin Sumbundu are the 2 players. Giant wall assembled by Spurs under the guidance of Musa Sabali. It is now Abdullahi Kamara to deliver. 17 on his back, hands on him. Milan will rely on the 17, whilst Team Spurs will rely on the wall and the netminder, and the goalkeeper is Musa Fati. Musa Fati in goal for Team Spurs. Saliu Jeng in the opposite goal post. 17 on his back, Abdullahi Kamara. Abdullahi Kamara will surely deliver. Now waiting for the green light from the central referee Barham Cham. Barham has already given the green light. It's going to be an opportunity for Milan. Can they find the back of the net from this position? It is the number 17. Floats that ball forward over the crossbar. Disappointing coming from the number 17. Kemo Kanye, I think the players should have done better.
Yes, very well. He should have done better in that particular end, I believe. But perhaps he is their set piece taker, and then he is one of the defenders for their side. So, but let's see. That is football. Perhaps he will be able to correct himself in the subsequent free kicks that there will be if they are opportune to get those ones from a similar position. So let's see what happened. That would have been a costly error from the defender for the other of the Spurs FA side. But nonetheless, it has been a great game, a great encounter between the two, a highly tense game between the league winners Spurs and that of their knockout winners Milan FC into this contest already. We are very much close to the halftime here, and then Spurs are surging forward. But that was a great defensive work there from Tafalo in the heart of the defense for that of the Milan side. He seemed to be a very, very experienced defender for the Milan side. He is, I believe, one of the defenders that Milan will be able to rely on whenever that of their opponents Spurs FA are attacking onto them. But to gauge the entire performance for both sides, I believe it has been a highly contested affair. Both sides are doing very well, fairly well, and then the result for this, if this first half has to end like this, I believe it's a fair result for either of this, for both sides.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. We are loving it, and I hope you also entertained. Of course, it's a strong header going into the gloves of the goalkeeper Musa Fati. And in case you're just joining us, this is all coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is the late OJ Jallow Super Cup final, and the Super Cup final between Spurs FA and Milan Football Club. The score is currently 2-2. On the far side, the goal scorer, he has already scored a brace. This time around, getting the ball short to the number 5. Esa Jame, back to the advancing player Spurs, around the center. Spurs enjoying possession in their opposition's half. It is currently 2-2. This time you could hear the cheers and claps coming from the supporters from Sukuta. Team Spurs against the Talinding-based club Milan. Talinding in their own half, trying to cause some problems. It is the central defender looking for options, not a decent one. And Spurs will try to regain possession in their opposition half. This is an opportunity once again. It is Esa Jame. Esa looking for options around the edge of the 18, getting the ball short. Ball being controlled and not a decent one. And it's half time. And half time from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And half time between Spurs Football Club and Spurs FA, of course. And it's half time between Spurs and Milan. And 2-2 is the current score. Spurs 2, Milan 2 is the current score. And of course, this is where we're going to have a halt on the live commentary. It has been Parliament Party at the commentary cabin. Kemo Kanye, Samsidin Jaju behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Until then, we are going off for 15 minutes and we'll be back for the continuation from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And of course, special thanks to every follower currently watching this game live on LSTV1 or on either on our Facebook channel or YouTube. It has been Parliament Party, Kemo Kanye, Samsidin and Osman Kamara. Until then, bye-bye till we come your way next in the next 15 minutes.
and other source of resources. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the home of Gambian sports. Democracy Pavilion 1, done and dusted. Now we are about to witness the official opening of Democracy 2. But only beyond the gods, this pavilion will be given a special name in no time soon. Your Excellency, with your permission, I want to encourage the contractor, Omar Allo, who has done the first one and he entrusted with the second one. And he has been so much supportive. Omar. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to stand for you today. This project is not just a structure of trust and partnership for community development. This marks the second time that this sport development organization has entrusted us common project. And for that,
The sports committee is now inaugurating the
evening to everybody. Everybody here, because he occupies the highest office of sports in the country. Ogul Sirif, Amadou Mane, Gaj Mining Company, Balanjai, Honorable Papa Kasam and Balanjai. Cost us $1,752,350. Phase 2, $500,350. The third phase was 600,000. In total, the pavilion cost us 1,752,350. As you all know, the next projects are the lightning and the eastward projects, and then we move to top. Thank you, Serekundai.
These officials It is Milan! And welcome back to the Serekunda East Mini Stadium for the continuation of the live commentary. And of course, just a moment into the second half, Milan with a glorious opportunity but squandered, saved by the netminder Musa Fati. What a start to the second half for Milan Football Club. And now it is the turn of Spurs on the far side, spreading it wide. The score is currently 2-2. 4 in the second half remains to be seen. It is now the turn of Milan in their own half, enjoying possession, team captain getting it down. Still trying to get the ball off the player. It is still Milan on the far side. Team captain still trying to go solo. Spreading it wide on the far side is an opportunity, and this time desperately cleared by the central defender. And the defender of course Ibrahima Kamara, who is currently having of course the defensive partnership alongside Dauda Kanyi in the heart of the defense for Team Spurs at the jam-packed Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And the game is of course live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. Parliament Fati, Kemo Kanyi, Samsidin Jaju, and of course Osman Kamara as usual behind camera operations. And special thanks to all those monitoring this game live on LSTV on either Facebook or YouTube. This has been a magnificent first half. It is now the beginning of the second period. Are we going to have another 4 goals around the area into the glove zone of tall and lanky netminder Musa Fati? An end-to-end contest. What an opportunity for Spurs now. Team captain Tabali will chase into the gloves of the netminder, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And it's a corner as signaled by the central referee Barham Cham. Barham is the central referee, having the assistance of Lamin Kohli, John Mendy and Ali Robin Mason serving as the full assistant referee. Team Spurs in black shorts and black socks, whilst Milan on the far side dressed in black and red shirts, black shorts and red and white socks. Milan under the guidance of Kaba Jata and Sidi Cham. The score is currently 2-2. This time it is Spurs. Never troubled the custodian this time around at the jam-packed Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and of course live on LSTV1. Parliament Fati, Kemo Kanyi, Samsidin and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. What a showdown, what a turnout, and of course what an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium in the late OJ Jallow Super Cup final. And earlier on, before the commencement of the second half, we have witnessed the official opening of Democracy 2 at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Last year it was Democracy 1, and it is now Democracy 2. It's going to be an attack from trouble defense, and the team captain lost it. On the far side is set throw in. The ball is still in play around the area. Tricky and pacey player. Mohamed Cham, of course the finalist with the cash prize. He will also benefit from another cash prize as far as the game is concerned. 40. Milan, who is going to win it? It is on the far side. Can you trouble the defense? Mohamed Cham, who scored the goal for Milan, getting the ball from the right to the left. But before that, the assistant referee is already up. Kemo Kanyi, we have seen both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half. Scored four goals in the first half, and now it is now the get the my shootout to decide the winner. Yes, through the regulation time, but as of now we have seen Milan again coming very close in the early part of the game, in the early part of the second half rather I should say. I mean coming very close, but the shot stopper for their opponents Spurs side was well aware of the shooting, and then he has put up so much energy in trying to save his side from very early. But
particular contest, Musa Fatid. So yeah, he has done very well for his side in that particular contest to stop the Milan side from scoring an early goal here. Otherwise, they would have been already down by 3 goals to 2 into this particular contest. But nonetheless, it is still 2-all between the two sides here into this particular contest. The first half has seen 4 goals from in the first 40 minutes that we have played here. So let's see in the second 45 that we will be playing here whether we are going to witness such a margin of goals here into this particular contest. But one would see the second half will not be able to register that number of goals. But of course, perhaps we are going to see at least a goal or 2 into the second half. But which of the sides here will be scoring those goals is yet to be confirmed, as we are yet to see them coming here. But for so we are going to at least see a goal into this particular second half here before it ends. Or if the second half fails to separate this particular two sides, and then now the committees will have their plans whether to reschedule the game or to settle the matter in the post-match shootout. So we will know later what the outcome of that particular result will be if the game has to settle on this 2-2 scoreline par. But already, substitutions here to be effected by these two sides.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It is now the second period to separate the two. On the far side, it is Spurs. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Ball being launched around the 18. Can they trouble the netminder from that distance? And the central defender for Milan on the far side is an attack. It is Milan on the far side. Will he be able to get something from this? Rasul and already is through in a signal by the assistant referee. What a moment. What an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And special thanks to Modu Yusupacham and the entire team of SESDO. Not only organizing a football competition, but a great Nawetan in Serekunda East. Brikama is next weekend. It's going to be an attack. Tabali into the gloves of the netminder. The player of the season for Spurs or for Serekunda East Summer Nawetan last season. Of course, Tabali is currently leading the line for Spurs, and he also doubles as the team captain. It's a long one from the netminder. He seems to be disappointed from that delivery. Still the ball in play in the half of Spurs. Not for too long, Spurs regain possession. The boys from Sukuta will be hoping to get their second trophy in the Serekunda East Summer Nawetan after winning the league last season in their very first time of asking. Milan this time looking for their 5th trophy. Not for too long. It is Spurs now getting the ball forward around the area. Tabali. And any moment from now, we're going to see double substitution coming from Coach Musa Sabale and his Spurs side. It is Milan on the far side. The flag of the assistant referee is up against the boys from Talinding. And boos coming from the supporters of Milan. They aren't happy with that decision anyway. But the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And already up against Milan. And double substitution for Team Spurs, who is going off. The number 5 is going off, Esa Jame. And Esa will be replaced by Mohamed Dambele. Esa Jame is off and replaced by Mohamed Dambele. And who is the next player? Who is going off? Amadou Bari is going off and will be replaced by Mamadi Mane. Amadou Bari off. Number 6 on his back for Team Spurs. Spurs 2, Milan 2 is the current score. Either in regulation or post-match shootout will decide the winner. Without a goal in the second half, the match will be heading to post-match shootout to decide. Is it going to be Spurs or Milan? Remains the biggest question. It's a long one. Solid header coming from the tall and lanky central defender for Milan. Milan Football Club. Last season won the FF Cup or won the knockout after defeating fellow Milan side Milan Rose. Whilst Team Spurs from Sukuta got the better, of course, of Gohbi 1-0 at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. The team came through the eliminations got their spot in the Norwegian proper and went ahead to win the competition for the very first time of asking under the guidance of head coach Musa Sabali, Kaba Jata and CD Cham on the dugout for Milan Football Club. It's an opportunity for space at the Jam Park Serekunda East Mini Stadium. It is the Super Cup, and if you may like, give it a name, the coating razor.
So far so good, all the group.
We will definitely have a rundown of the groupings for Serekunda East Samanawetan. Shortly we will get the groupings. But before that, it's a delivery coming from this is Tabali. That was definitely another close opportunity. Tabali could not trouble the netminder. The player of the season for Serekunda is last season. And Tabali 7 on his back, number 7 team captain Lamin Tabali. Lamin Tabali, of course, the team or the player of the tournament. Musa Sabali, the coach of the tournament. Lamin Tabali, player of the tournament. Youngest best player of the season, Alassana Samate, went to Team Sports. And of course, the team of the tournament went to Team Sports as well. What a moment, what a showdown, what an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Samsidin, we are back for the second half. Of course, an electric showdown between Team Sports and Milan. Already we have seen 4 goals, and we are just waiting for a goal, or else we will be heading to post-match shootout to definitely decide the winner in the Super Cup final between Team Sports and Milan Football Club.
Okay, thank you very much, Pa. As I said, we are back in for the second half. We are watching a very, very nice game, fantastic match. Both teams are playing very good football. They are all trying to press to find a winner. But yeah, and also looking around also the ambience here. Today we have a very, very big crowd here. Fans coming from everywhere, coming to support their teams. Other fans might be they are neutral. They come to watch the game. Anyway, it's a very, very, very good encounter. I think if the game, I don't expect for us to see many goals. At the first half, it was like a goal fiesta. They scored almost 4 goals in the first half. 2 goals from the Spurs side, and also AC Milan. Milan also scored 2 goals in the first half. And the way the game is going, I think the tempo of the game, they have slowed down the tempo of the game. It's very good. I think maybe the players are also feeling some fatigue, because the way they started at the first game, it was the game with full of pace, pressing and everything. Yeah, thank you so much, Pa.
Thank you very much, Samsidin. Aliaron Kemo Kanye. Of course, it is coming to you live from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium in the late OJ Jalo Super Cup final between Spurs and Milan. The score is currently 2-2. 2-2 is the current score, and we have seen all the goals coming from the first period. 2 for Spurs and 2 for Milan is the current score. They have to score, or else they will be heading to post-match shootout after the completion of the entire proceedings at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Long one from the netminder Musa Fati, could not connect the player on the far side. He said through in. Mohamed Cham to deliver the throw in. Scored one of the 2 for Milan. The game started brightly when Malang Dafe broke the deadlock. Malang Dafe 10 broke the deadlock for Sports Football Club before Omar Baji getting the game to parity. It was the number 20 Mohamed Cham who got the second for Milan, and of course the second goal coming from Malang Dafe to complete his brace, and Malang Dafe got the second for Spurs to get the match to 2-2. The score is currently 2-2 around the center circle. Team Spurs, the boys from Sukuta, spreading it wide to Tabali, the team captain. Tabali, the team captain Lamin, player of the tournament, not a decent one. Ball being caught out by Milan, the Talinding boys. The boys from Talinding against the boys from Sukuta. On the far side is going to be another opportunity. Player Rasul and rewarded by the central referee Barham Cham. And that's a yellow card already. It's a yellow card already for the new entrant Mamadi Mane. Mamadi Mane into the books of the central referee Barham Cham at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Massive turnout. What a turnout from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. What a turnout. Kudos to the entire executive under the dynamic leadership of Modu Yusufa Cham. They've already signed contracts, 2 contracts signed. The lightning system at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, and of course it's a strong promise that they will also have night games As per the informations we received, tall and lanky central defender Tafalo is one of the players going out, alongside number 15 for Ibrahim Trawale are the two who are currently being taken off by Milan Football Club, and the Democracy Pavilion 2 is already inaugurated under the leadership of Modu Yusuf Acham. Already we have series of at the Secondary Mini Stadium, and of course it is enjoyable on and off the pitch. It is enjoyable on and off the pitch from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Double substitution effected by Milan Football Club. Suleiman Sonko and Lamin Sonko introduced. Double Sonko. Sonko Squire introduced. And Abdullahi Monlamin. This time is a decent one around the area. Strong header partly done by Spurs. And Malang Dafe on the far side trying to go solo. Trying to use his pace on the far side. Going solo, getting the ball to the team captain Lamin Tabali. And before Tabali getting to that ball, the flag of the assistant referee is already up. Serekunda East Mini Stadium jammed packed. Serekunda East Mini Stadium, it will always tell you full to its capacity, but anyway it is definitely jam-packed at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And special thanks to our followers currently monitoring this game live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. Of course, Parliament Party at the commentary cabin, Kemo Kanye, Sam Sidi in Jaju, Osman Kamara as usual behind camera operations is a strong one. It's going to be a chase. Players Rasul and the central defender and 12 Mamadi Mane, who came on as a substitute, is currently down and will now have the assessment of the central referee Barham Cham. Before Barham will give the opportunity for the medics to come to the rescue. They'll give the opportunity to come to the rescue of the said player. It is interesting on and off the pitch. The supporters of Spurs currently on top of their voices. Equally the supporters of Milan Football Club on the far side. It is definitely a massive turnout. Enjoyable turnout, of course, at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. They will always tell you Serekunda East Mini Stadium is always the best when it comes to Summer Nawetan. Just as we promised, we will definitely get you the rundown of the groups of this year's Serekunda East Summer Nawetan. But before that, on the far side, it is Spurs now. Milan now. Is it going to be an opportunity? That's going to be a yellow card. Yellow card, and it's already at a great position. It's at a great position. Is at a great position. Is at a great position for Milan to deliver. Who is going to deliver remains the question. It's Spurs, not Milan. It is Milan. We will certainly enjoy or engage Kemo Kanye shortly. But before that, we will have maximum and full concentration as far as this set piece is concerned. And after that, we will have a rundown on the groupings of this year's Serekunda East Summer Nawetan. Last season, it was Spurs and Milan. Is it going to be Spurs and Milan once again, or are we going to have new teams to win the league and knock out in Serekunda East? All the teams will be telling you we are winning it this time around. Time must be running out for both Milan and Spurs. They have to score in regulation or post-match shootout will decide the winner in the Super Cup final. This is not just a Super Cup, but the Super Cup final between Milan and Spurs. And of course, the Super Cup is the late OJ Jallo Super Cup in the Serekunda East. It's a set piece. It's a set piece. Crowded penalty area. Spurs Football Club will be hoping to get it here. Will they be able to get the third here? And if they are able to score, this is going to be the 5th goal in this contest. Barham Cham, central referee, giving his final instructions. Two-man wall assembled by Milan Football Club, a team from Talending, while Spurs currently having 2 of his players behind the ball, and Spurs a team from Sukuta. It's the Secretarians against the boys from Talinding this time around. Padley bomb your way. Another opportunity blocking there by Milan. What an opportunity for Spurs, but squandered. The defenders for Milan resolute at the back. Dangerous attack once again. It's a clearance, as we said earlier on. He will definitely have the opportunity to get a quick rundown on the group standings as far as this year Serekunda is Somanaweta is concerned. Currently Milan having all these players behind the ball. Spurs in their own half. Netminder for Spurs is Musa Fati. On the far side, not a decent one. It's from Alang Kafeten, who has already scored a brace. Team captain almost a clearance.
They must be vigilant. They must be
It's a lively atmosphere. Lively atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. If you may like call it the SK East. Serekunda East. Of course, 40 teams eyeing for the mega trophy. Is it going to be Milan or Spurs? It's going to be another team remains to be seen. And this time around is around the area. Spurs getting the but it's going to be a chase for Tabali. Lamin Tabali losing it. Player Russell, nothing given by the center referee. Playing that ball down. It's an opportunity. Abdullah Dabo to Lamin Tabali, the player of the season last season. It's an opportunity. Is that going to be a foul? Central referee not the least interested. It is now Baba Kanye. Kanye 11. Playing that ball shot around the center of the pitch. Great turn and combination coming from Milan and already calling in for the flag of the assistant referee is already up and up against Mohamed Cham. Kemo Kanye, it is getting more and more interesting here, but time is definitely not in their favor as time is definitely running thick and fast. They have to score, else it's going to be post-match shootout to decide the winner.
Yes, time in this contest is the biggest enemy to both sides. Already we are currently we are now heading into the 22nd minutes of play into this, so they have 18 minutes to settle it out. Otherwise, I mean, it will be settled out from the post-match shootout. I mean, if that has to be the decision from the organizing committee, but it has been a game already between the two sides here, and then none of the sides here will want to concede the goal. They both want to score at least a goal into this particular contest before it ends without their opponents responding, but none of them want to concede a goal into this particular game because they know the importance of at least being at least defending very well against an opponent, especially at this time of the match, because currently they know that any goal into this particular game can end or can dictate the direction of the game here. So perhaps if we are to see a goal here, that goal alone will be able to tell us which side will be going home with the trophy here. So this is why they have renewed their fight, and then they continue to fight very well in regards to preventing their opponents from scoring against them. But they are also pushing hard very well in trying to score their opponents. So you can also see when they are attacking, the opponent will defend very well, and then in as much as they want to attack, they are very much mindful of their defense line in trying to making sure that they protect their back line from being vulnerable to their opponents. So they are trying to avoid those loopholes that their opponents can capitalize on and then give them that victory. So they are very much aware of the time, and I believe both technical areas they know that if we are to concede a goal here will be a very, very difficult moment for us to come from behind and then again do the needful, because as I have earlier mentioned, the second half wouldn't be able to see or witness the number of goals that we have seen in the first half, four of those goals. So the second half will at least be maybe a goal or two before the regulation time ends. So if any of the sides here concede the goal here, in fact a goal into this particular contest can settle the draw here, can settle the scores here. So which of the sides here will be scoring, that remains the question, and then both sides wouldn't want to concede any goal into this, but yes, they would want to score, but they wouldn't want to concede. So this is the job that they currently have. And then when coming into the second half, I believe this will be one of the things that will be put to them seriously by their technical benches. Go out there, try to score, but if you cannot score, try to prevent your backline from conceding the goal. So this is the message to both sides. This is why we are yet to see any goal into this particular contest part.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanyi. Of course, just as I said earlier on, time might not be on the side of both Milan and Spurs, as they have to score or else post-match shootout will decide the winner. And already the central referee has already given the green light. It's a long one, glancing header. What a defensive work coming from the central defense of Spurs. That should have been troubling. But fortunately for the boys from Sukuta, the central defender alert end up heading the ball off the area for a corner. And the boys from Talinding Milan will now have the opportunity. The rest in red and black shirts and red and white socks, under the guidance of Keba Jata and Sidi Cham. Musa Sabali is the head coach for Spurs. Mohamed Mane is his assistant. It's a corner for Milan, taking the ball around the area. Great delivery, but unfortunately headed over the crossbar. That was another glorious opportunity for the boys from Talinding. Unfortunately, they could not convert that to a goal. The score remains 2-2. 2-2 is the current score. Who is going to advance and who is going to be crowned champions and champions of late OJ Jalo Super Cup trophy at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium this evening remains to be seen. Busy technical area for coach Musa Sabali and Keba Jata or Kaba Jata. Both gaffers are very much industrious around the dugout. Will they be able to get a goal here? It's an opportunity. Mohamed Cham. This time defensive work, not a decent one for Spurs. Spurs in their own half. It is still the number 20. Lost possession is an opportunity and throw in a signal by the central referee. Serekunda East Mini Stadium is the venue. OJ Jalo Super Cup is the match. And the fixture is between Spurs and Milan Football Club. Special thanks to our own followers, our very followers monitoring this game live on LSTV1. Special thanks to our team currently in Makumbaya, in the Super Cup final in Makumbaya, and special thanks to our team as well in Buyam currently as they await for the awards night, of course, of Sibanor United, and of course Aliu Jalo, Lamin Jara, Fatu B Kamara and the team currently stationed in Buyam. Special thanks, colleagues. Probably you might be watching from far. Thank you very much for being our reliable and of course reliable colleagues currently in Buyam monitoring this game, and of course our team in Makumbaya as well, under the leadership of course of our very own guy Mr. Sa Koma. I call him the Honorable, and the game is temporarily stopped as currently the medics are working on a player, and this will also serve as a discussion between the Gaffer Musa Sabali and his boys. The score is currently 2-2, and any moment from now, Kim Okanyi, we're going to see another substitution as we are currently seeing tired legs being taken off and fresh legs being introduced.
Yes, it has been a strong fight all through to this particular moment. So some of the players wouldn't be able to see the end of the regulation time here. So they must be substituted, and then the fresh legs will at least replace them, so that they can keep going forward in trying to making sure that they realize the dream that they want to that they are yearning for. So the dream is that they want to go home with the trophy, and so let's see if they will be able to realize such a dream here. But it is going to be a very, very difficult dream for one to achieve amongst the two teams here, because we have seen the fight still continues here since the first half. They have given it all out in trying to making sure that they lift this particular Super Cup trophy, but nonetheless it is the second half ended, the first half rather ended in a stalemate by 2-2, and then coming into the second half here, we are yet to witness any goals into this particular second half that they are currently playing. And already we are in the 29th minute of the scores here. So they have at least 11 minutes plus additional time here to settle the scores here. Otherwise, they will be pushed they will be forced to apparently shootout, where at least one of the sides will be crowned champions of the Serekunda East Super Cup.
Thank you very much, Kemo. And already we are calling it a giant trophy now, but a seal, and the winner will be going home with the seal, and of course a whooping cash prize. Not only the cash prize to be given by the sports committee, but also they're going to bag cash prize from the gate takings. And currently from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, it is getting more and more lively and interesting around the area. Strong header, partly done. Badly done, and Milan in their opposition half, trying to penetrate, dribble past one, looking for more. Is that going to be an opportunity for Milan? Central referee Barham Cham waved in for a play on the far side is a clearance. We have already seen the medals, the gold medals, silver medals for the winner and runner-up, and of course we have seen the seal, not the giant trophy now, but we have already seen the seal. We call it the community seal. The community seal to be awarded to the winner this evening at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. And currently we're having 3 players down, 2 for Milan and 1 for Spurs. Time running out. Who is going to advance and who is going to be crowned champions remains to be seen. Time running out. It is the late OJ Jalo Super Cup final between Spurs Football Club and Milan, and the winner will be going home with a community shield. It is a shield and it's a community shield to be given. It's a shield to be given to the winner. And we have 10 minutes of normal time unofficial plus what is expected to be added on to decide between Milan and Spurs. If there is no goal in regulation, or if there is no goal in the second half, we will definitely be heading to post-match shootout to decide. Is it going to be a goal for Spurs or a goal for Milan, or they will be heading to post-match shootout remains to be seen. And of course, special thanks to our followers, those monitoring this game live on LSTV1. We are indeed grateful for the partnership and support. What a showdown, what a contest, what a turnout from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1. And back to life is a throw in on the far side. The team captain Russell, nothing given by the central referee. Samsudin, time not on their side. 10 minutes of normal time plus what is expected to be added on before the central referee with the team will bring an end to the entire proceedings at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium.
Okay, but as you said, we are almost about to witness the second half is almost about to end. Almost 10 minutes, as you said, it's 10 minutes. So I think both teams will try to push to make sure that they have a goal or the third goal to win, because penalties you cannot predict who will win. Maybe you might have confidence, but sometimes it might fail you. But I think both teams have played well. They have tried their best to make sure that they win and go home with the trophy. We are very entertained, because any fan who come here or who came here right now will tell you that we are entertained, because we've seen here brilliant football. Both teams played good football here, and the ambience also is very nice. It's a very, very, very good and entertaining final here at the East Park. As they are saying, East is always the best. Here is the home of football. Here is with the beginning of everything, and I think Gambia, we should also congratulate the East management for organizing tournaments like this, and the final is very, very colorful, and the fans are here. The ambience is very good. Thank you so much, Pa.
Thank you very much, Sam. Into the final 10 minutes of normal time and what is expected to be added on. If there is no goal in this second period, it's going to be post-match shootout to decide. Strong header coming from Milan, coming from Spurs rather. Both sides are trying to be as cautious as possible. If they don't score, they wouldn't want to concede. It's another substitution. It's another substitution any moment. Abubakar Sedi Khan is going off. Who is coming in remains to be seen. Abubakar Sedi Khan is going off, and he is one of the tired legs kicking off by Milan Football Club as we move into the final months of the entire proceedings from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. What a turnout from the SKEs. There is a player currently down injured for Milan. The Talinding faithfuls will be hoping to get it sealed to Talinding, while the traveling supporters from Sukuta will hope to get the trophy, or not the trophy but the shield to Sukuta after getting the trophy last season, the league trophy for Spurs Football Club. And one thing is for sure, it's going to be Milan or Spurs to be crowned champions of the Super Cup. And Serekunda East Mini Stadium has been electric right from the word go. Right from the word go. Are they going to play this game, or is going to be an end? The team captain hardly done another opportunity. What a strike from the team captain and number 10 Omar Baje, who scored the first goal for Milan. And what a shot, and ball being decently cleared. Is Milan now using the left side of the attack? Can they get the ball forward? Player Rasul this time around, central referee urging him to come back to his feet. What is he waiting for? What is he waiting for? Another opportunity. It is Spurs now. Both sides enjoying possession, getting the ball forward. This time it is Spurs. Can they trouble the left side of the defense for Milan? Another opportunity for the boys from Sukuta to get that. Central referee waving for a play on around the center circle. Spurs spreading it wide on the far side. The score is still 2-2. 4 goals in the first half, and the second half is without a goal. Anyway, what a showdown. Both sides are trying to be as cautious as possible. If they don't score, they wouldn't want to concede. On the far side, at the Jam Park Serekunda East Mini Stadium, is an opportunity. Musa Sabali trying to be as cautious as possible. Busy on his technical area. He will surely get you the groupings of Serekunda East around the area. 40 teams. 40 teams for Serekunda East this season. It is Spurs on the attack, trying to use his space. Can he outpace his marker? Player Rasul trying to go solo, and already is a corner as signaled by the central referee. Time running out. And in Group B in this year, Serekunda is Somanawetan. In Group A, we have Bijanker, FC Ellen Border B, Zurich FC London United, Lahaiba Football Club, and Lahaiba are one of the new faces in this year. Serekunda is Somanawetan, after booking a place to the Nawetan proper from the qualifiers. Group B, SV Lar, Bantaba Football Club, Canon Juventus and Casa United. Group C, Late Njuga, T Central, Hanover, Milan Rose and Detalza Empire. Group D, we have Sports Youth FA, Milan FC, Rangers Football Club, T-Town and Old Hands. Group E, we have Gohbe, Timbuktu, Wassa Halat, Abuko United and Future Stars. And in Group F, we have Konbe, DBO, Medina FC, Leeds United, TK Snokers. Group G, we have Ebeji, United Stars, Makasa FC, Border B Football Club, Matabi Warriors, and the final group, Group H, Falcons FC, Eagle Stars, Ngoma FC, Jola Kunda and New German Football Club, completing the 40 teams, and the floodlights are already on at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Anyway, the floodlights are on, and Serekunda East will always tell you we want to play night football. As per the chairman during the interview, he said they wanted to get rid of the 3 p.m. matches and introduce night matches at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Kemo Kanye, that will definitely be colorful after seeing the floodlight on here, just like we have seen at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium the last time. And Serekunda is the president told us the last time. He said they wanted to get rid of 3 p.m. matches and introduce night matches, but we have to wait for the floodlights. But after this corner, we will definitely engage Kemo Kanye. It's a corner coming from Spurs around the area, partly headed out by Milan Football Club. Another opportunity opportunity, not a decent one, Milan will surely get the opportunity to get the ball from their own half. Kemo Kanye, night football as per the statement of the president of Serekunda Sports Organization. He said they are planning to get rid of 3 p.m. games and bring in night matches, and already the floodlights are on.
Yes, very well. If that has to be the case, then that will be a very, very good plan for them, because the 3 p.m. games is always very, very difficult for players, because then the temperature of the pitch or the temperatures everywhere will be very, very hot. So I mean, health-wise, is not good for the players themselves. So with that will be a very, very good strategy. If they have enough lights, that will be able to give them that opportunity to be playing night games. I believe that's a very, very good move for the SESDO. So let's see whether they will be able to achieve that ambition that they have for the players in trying to, because in trying to get rid of the 3 p.m. games, you trying to protect the interest of the players, and that is to improve on their health. So with that, if they are able to achieve that, so that will be a very, very good achievement for them to be able to introduce night matches in the night, and then get rid of the 3 p.m. games to start the games by 5, and then continue on to having the night games. That will be a very, very good one for them, I believe.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. And there is seemingly a goalkeeper to be introduced. Probably the goalkeeper will be coming in for the post-match shootout. Who is going to get it? Is it Milan or Team Spurs remains to be seen? And the goalkeeper will be introduced. And that is the goalkeeper for Spurs Football Academy. That seems to be the goalkeeper, of course, for Spurs. And head coach Musa Sabali will introduce a goalkeeper for the post-match shootout. Anyway, there's currently some issues. We have to wait. Musa Sabali, we have to wait. Coach Musa Sabali seems to be very much busy on the technical area, giving instructions. He seems to be very much worried. And the goal, minute added on. Just a minute added on. And a minute added on.
Well, look at this post now. It's a tactical move. Yeah, and I think the message was very clear.
And the goalkeeper will be introduced. The goalkeeper will be introduced for Spurs. And Musa Fati will be taking off. A minute added on a minute of additional time before the central referee will get this game to an end. Is it going to have, or are we going to have a late goal? Or this match will be heading to post-match shootout remains to be seen. What a showdown. What a moment. What an atmosphere from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. On LSTV1 Parliament Fati. Kemo Kanye Samsidin Jaji. Osman behind camera operations. It has been a lively moment. And the goalkeeper introduced Abdoulaye Sabali. Abdoulaye Sabali, the netminder, came on as a substitute. And approaching the end of this contest, it's a long one. Spurs in their own half, trying to go long, and it is full time. Full time at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Full time between Spurs FA and Milan in the late OJ Jallow Super Cup final. They could not be separated in regulation. It is now post-match shootout, and we believe post-match shootout will definitely do. Kemo Kanye, regulation could not do, and we believe post-match shootout will definitely do between Spurs and football club.
Yes, now it must be confirmed from the shootout. It must be confirmed from the shootout here, because the regulation time has failed to separate these two sides here. These are very, very good sides, and then the game was full of moments here, especially in the first half. You are seeing in the 3rd minute here, Marlon Duffy scoring the first goal of the final for his side, and then in response, we have also seen Milan responding through their captain Omar Baji in the 6th minute, and then Spurs again found themselves behind in the 37th minute through Mohamed Sham, who assisted the first goal for Omar Baji. And then but later on we have also seen in 2 minutes then we have also seen that of the Malang again doubling his tally for the Spurs side to give his side to take his side to a 2-all scoreline in the 39th minute shortly before halftime break was signal or given by the center referee Braham Cham. Then in the entire second half that has failed to see any goal being scored here by either side, then have to force this particular game to be settled from the post-match shootout. Now that we will know which of the sides here will be going home is the trophy of the Serekunda East heading to the eastern side, that is for the Italian-based side, Milan, or is it going to head to that of the western side, that is for the Sports FA that travels from the Sukuta end of this particular ground. So let's see what happens here, but it has been a very, very momentous game, a highly electrifying game, and also a highly tense encounter between these two, because these were two winners last season. Spurs are winning the league here, and then their opponents are Milan FC winning the knockout. So champions taking on champions, it was never going to be an easy encounter. Everyone knew about this before coming to this particular ground, and then now that it has proven that just to be the right of the to be right, and then we have seen it been showcased here. Both sides fought very hard in the entire regulation time, that and then the game has to be pushed to the post-match shootout. But it has been a great fight, also a highly entertaining affair between the two sides, and also a highly disciplined game as well. And when you look at the entire regulation time here, it has been a highly disciplined game, because no side has been shown a red card into the regulation throughout the regulation time. Though cautionary cards has been given, have been flashed to players from both sides, but to gauge the discipline of the game, it has been a very, very highly disciplined encounter. I believe the central referee as well and his official did not encounter such indiscipline from the team players, and also the fans also have been very, very disciplined here. They have shown the maximum discipline throughout the entire regulation time in trying to the only good job that they were doing here was pushing their team, cheering up their players to go for the glory. But the regulation fails, and now it is up to the penalty shootout to separate these two sides.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Sam, we've now come to the end of the game, and they could not just be separated in regulation, and it is now post-match shootout to decide.
Alright, thank you so much. But as you said, we have already witnessed the game, but the match is already over, and now we are coming for penalty shootouts. And I think the luckiest team will be the winner, because penalty sometimes is luck. That's how penalty is. You might be very proud that, or some goalkeepers might be very, 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 very comfortable in saving, so the others might be not comfortable in it. But as you said, penalties is always a game of luck. Sometimes maybe the team that you expect to win will not come out as winners. Anyway, I remind also, as if you are just joining us, you are watching us from LSTV here at the East Park, Serekunda here at the Super Cup final between the Milan and then Spurs. Okay.
Thank you very much, Sams and Kemo Kanye. It is now the huge task. It is now the huge task. And we have to apologize. We are currently facing the sun directly. And they are now taking the post-match shootout in the opposite goal post, where we are currently facing the sun directly as the sun is about to set here. Team captain and 19. Number 19 on his back. Number 19 on his back. Team captain.
To be considered as well. Well, penalty shootout is already
Bubambalo is the team captain 19 and will now face the netminder who came on as a substitute, Abdullah Sabali. Bubambalo 19 is the team captain post-match shootouts at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium. Who is going to win it? They could not be separated in regulation. Buba against the netminder. Will he be able to score? Saved by the netminder! And of course, Kemo Kanyi, you could see the reason, Kemo, you could see the reason why he was brought on just a minute before the completion of this game.
Yes, very well. Abdullah Sabali was just brought on in the final minutes or in the final touches, one will say, into the regulation time to save at least a penalty. And then he has indeed done the job, done his job. So the goalkeeper, when it comes to penalty shootout, if you save one, then the rest is left to your players to also capitalize on that opportunity and then send your team to the glory. It is now number 15.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Another new entrant, Mohamed Dembele, will face the netminder Saliu Cheng. Mohamed Dembele came on as a substitute, 15 on his back, tall and lanky. Will he be able to score? Mohamed Dembele, Mohamed into the bottom corner, beautifully converted. Kemo, that was a decent one coming from Spurs.
Yes, very well. The job that Spurs now have is to capitalize on this opportunity of the opportunity that Abdullah Sabali, the newly introduced goalkeeper, has given them by saving the first sport kick for the Milan side. So if they score all their goals now, that of the Spurs here will be crowned champions. If they did not miss any of their sport kicks here, of course they will be crowned champions. So let's see whether they will be able to do the job very well as Abdullah Sabali had done for them.
It's getting more and more interesting. The second penalty taker for Milan Football Club, Henry Silva, 5 on his back, hands on hip, will face Abdullah Sabali. Henry Silva, Henry, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Beautifully converted and executed. Kemo Kanyi, that was definitely a beauty of a sport kick coming from the substitute, Henry Silva for Milan.
Yes, very well. Henry was also been introduced, I believe, for this particular penalty thing. So he is one of the players that has been introduced lately into the game. So he had done his job. That when games are coming to end, when you see team technical benches introducing some of the players, you know that they are coming to take the responsibility of taking the penalties. And then Henry has done the job very well.
It is now the turn of Babukar Juve, 24, against the netminder Saliu Jeng. Will Saliu be able to save, or are we going to say Babukar converting remains to be seen? Babukar! A thunderous effort into the roof of the net, and Spurs scored the spot kick, and it is now the turn of Milan now. Kemo Kanyi, Spurs currently on the driving seat as they have already scored 2 of their spot kicks.
Yes, very well. Now they are yet to miss any Spurs. If they continue like this up to 5 kicks, then of course they will be crowned champions here. Now Abdullah Kamara is given the responsibility for Milan.
It's now the turn of Milan once again. Milan needs to score, or else they might be surrendering the shield and seal to Spurs. It is now the turn of the 17. Number 17 on his back, Abdullah Kamara will face the netminder Abdullah Sabali. Abdullah, the 17, and he is now dragging backwards. 17 on his back, Abdullah Kamara, hands on hip, and he will surely walk majestically towards the ball. 17 on his back will face the netminder Abdullah Sabali. Abdullah Kamara 17. Abdullah Kamara 7. Abdullah sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Beautifully executed. And Spurs will now have the opportunity to kick once again. Kemo Kanyi, it is getting more and more interesting on post-match shootout. Already Spurs on the advantage, on the driving seat. If they are able to convert all their sport kicks, they will be crowned champions.
Yes, very well. Another new entrance for Spurs, Mustafa Cisse, is now taking the responsibility for the third take for his side. So he was also introduced into the second half. So let's see whether Mustafa will be able to do the needful for their side, because the only thing that they need here is to at least score all their penalties.
Mustafa Cisse with a huge responsibility came on as a substitute. Will he be able to score? Mustafa Cisse! What a penalty! What a strike from Cisse Mustafa! Spurs on the driving seat. Kemo Kanye, it is getting closer and closer for the traveling sets of supporters and the team of Spurs from Sukuta. They need to score all the goals. They will be crowned champions of 2025-2026 SESDO Super Cup final.
Yeah, they understand the job. That the job is to at least, score all the penalties here that they will be taking, and then they are doing that with a style. So all their takes has been just brilliant. So it is now the turn of George Sengor for Milan FC here. Another new entrant.
George Sengor came on as a substitute, hands on hip, 7 on his back. Will face another new entrant, Abdoulaye Sabali in goal. Abdoulaye Sabali, Team Spurs will be relying on their netminder, whilst Milan will rely on the 7 George Sengor. George into the bottom corner, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And it is now the turn of a boy who scored a brace in regulation. Will he be able to score? Malang Dafe is his name. Kemo Kanye. Malang Dafe will now have the opportunity. Will Malang be able to score? That's the 4th kick. Malang Dafe, who got a brace in regulation, is now given the opportunity. Kemo Kanye.
Yes, Malang scored the brace for his side in the regulation time. So let's see. He is given another opportunity to take his side to the glory. So this time from the sport kick. So let's see what he will be able to do. But he is the man of the match for his side, because he is the one who scored both goals for his side. So now he's been given the mandate to take the 4th kick for his side, Spurs. So let's see what Malang will be able to do here, Pa.
Malang needs to score to give the opportunity to score Spurs to have a score win. Hands on hip, 10 on his back. Will he be able to convert? Is now the biggest ambition and question. Malang Dafe 10. Malang Dafe 10 against the netminder. Malang! The goalkeeper had a hand, but could not pull a save. And it is now the turn of Milan to score, else it's going to be game over. And if they score, it's just an opportunity for Spurs to score Kemo Kanye, and they will be crowned champions. Currently, Spurs on the driving seat. They are getting closer and closer. And you could hear the celebrations coming from the supporters of the traveling set of supporters from Sukuta.
Yeah, it's a lost win now, a lost win, score win for this particular side. Now, Jadama Bakari is given the responsibility. It's a very, very huge one, because if he lost, his team is going to lose the crown. But if he scores, then Spurs must score for them to be crowned champions here. So it's a loss win and also score win, Pa.
It is the turn of the boys from Talinding. Milan will rely on Bakari Jadama, while Spurs will rely on their netminder Abdoulaye Sabali. 8 on his back. Bakari Jadama need to score, else it is game over. Bakari Jadama, will he be able to score? Bakari into the bottom corner. What a penalty! It is now the turn of Spurs. Seemingly their goalkeeper is hoping to get that. Kemo Kanye is now huge responsibility on the shoulder of the netminder. He needs to score, and Spurs will be crowned champions. Kemo.
Yes, very well. Abdoulaye Sabali has been introduced as the goalkeeper to save at least a penalty into this, and then he has saved the first penalty that has been taken by Bubambalo. Now he is now taking the responsibility of the scoring here. Can he score to take his side to the glory part?
Look at the head coach Musa Sabali on his knees currently, hoping to get into the field for celebration. And currently the new entrant and netminder Abdoulaye Sabali, huge responsibility on his shoulder. Abdoulaye Sabali, will he be able to score against his fellow netminder? Abdoulaye Sabali. Abdoulaye! And Spurs are champions! Spurs are champions! After defeating Milan on post-match shootout, Kemo Kanye, it's going to be all-night celebrations from the Serekunda East Mini Stadium on the streets of Sukuta to the community of Sukuta for Sports Football Club.
Yes, very well, Pa. I mean, the trophy has gone to the western side of the Serekunda East to Sukuta. So let's see what happens, because I mean, these people are now. I mean, it was a 2-all score line now going into the post-match shootout. Sabali was introduced, Abdullahi, to at least come and save one of the penalties. Then he had indeed done that with a style, because he is the player, he is the goalkeeper who have saved the first take, the first shoot from the Milan FC side, and then now to the score win. He took that responsibility as well for himself, and then put the ball into the back of the net for a score win here, and then take his side to the glory. He saved one, and then took the responsibility for the score win, and then take his side to the glory. So it was 5 goals to 4 from the post-match shootout for the Sukuta boys. That is the Sports FA. They have won from this particular ground last season from the league. They have won the league last season, and then coming into the Super Cup here, and they have again found themselves as winners of the trophy.
Just need to give it a shot, and we have to say congratulations Spurs winning the Super Cup after winning the league last season. Of course, in front of the screens is of course the head coach of Spurs from Sukuta, Musa Sabali. If the camera team is set, we will definitely have the discussion with the head coach Musa Sabali. And Musa, of course, won the league last season, and now the Super Cup. Congratulations, coach. First, tell us your reactions after winning the Super Cup, after winning the league last season, and also a Super Cup, 2 seasons with 2 trophies in Serekunda East.
First of all, I will thank God. I will say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I'm very happy winning this trophy, this silver trophy. I am very, very happy, and I'm super proud of my boys. They did wonderful.
Musa, it must have been a long journey in trying to prepare for this Super Cup final. Describe the journey for us. Describe the preparation ahead of this Super Cup final.
Yeah, maybe in Navetan teams it will be a long journey, but in sports it's always normal because we are academy. So normally we do not sit and wait for Navetan. So we continuously training. So it has been a long time. Then we prepare for this Super Cup.
Yes, looking at the first half seems to be very much difficult. You scored 2, they scored 2, and then what was the discussion in the dressing room when you went out for the halftime break?
Yeah, I am a bit disappointed how we conceded that 2 goals, and the second half we did not score. Because definitely I see something in our team, which is if we put our tactics in a good way, we could have won the game before the penalty shootout. But it's football. Sometimes you have to learn, and these people are kids. So I know we learn, and also they also will learn.
It has been a fantastic season for Team Sports last season. You won the league, and now the Super Cup. What should we expect from Sports this season as far as the Somanawetan is concerned?
Okay, you know our objective in Nawetan is different from other teams. Maybe people will think we have to come and defend our title, but that is not our target. The target is we have to play very good football and put everything in a right moment. So that's our number 1 objective. Today, if you see, we are not happy because of we do not play our football, but I understand it's a final. Always is a full of pressure. So, but our objective is to play a very good football and produce a lot of young talented players.
Musa, it has been a massive turnout coming from your set of supporters from Sukuta. If you have a word to the supporters, what will you tell them today?
Yeah, I'm very, very, very happy about their performance. They are always behind us, so they came afar for this game. But I'm very happy. I'm so happy. Let them keep it up and believe in the process.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Thank you very much. And he's the head coach team Sports Musa Sabali. I almost lost my voice. And of course, this is where we're going to get to the presentation.
Yes.
To come out on top during the penalty. East Sport Development Organization Committee and all their partners, but also not to forget their proud individuals that have been supported and also support. Well, once again, also captain member. Absolutely.
You are partners in development. We are grateful for the support over the years, and we are ready and open to work for you in the next 4 years of our time.
And
ladies and gentlemen, Team Spurs are the champions after the 2-2 in regulation time, winning the penalty shot. Now we have the dignitaries that are coming for the presentations of these Super Cup finals.
well, BB, as you can see, the medals, the ushers get ready to bring in the medals and other individual accolades.
Medals, medals.
Ushers, can you please settle yourself to bring the medals forward? Because the chairman, Mr. Modi Sifacham, is already on the podium with the lights of Mr. Emonjai and also Sarah Kamara as well, and the Baidudu Jalo, all of them are here. Well, once again, this is absolutely a very, very unique organization.
We have reached the climax of the 2025 Super Final, and we are grateful to have the president of the GNOC, Mr. Baidudu Jalo. Thank you very much for organizing this occasion. Thank you very much, Honorable Suleiman Jamin. Thank you very much to the CEO. Can you please put a round of applause for our referees that have
colleague that have so we say special thanks to Mr. Yasi, who is doing an outstanding job for. So once again,
so far that we have had over the years, and the president and the team of others are now settling matters of these matters, and very soon, in no time, these accolades will be given to the deserving players respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder that the 2025 Super Cup final is named after the late statesman Jalo, and his son Amadou Jalo is in our midst today to grace this occasion. With OJ family, we are grateful to you all. A round of applause to our administrators from the General Coordinator to the Party Commissioner, March Assessor, Referee Assessor Landinasi. Thank you very much for always being with us. You have been so supportive in the area to make sure the
side gets the best. The president of SESDO has been entrusted to make the appearance of SESDO for the next 4 years unopposed. This is done under the leadership because of the work that we have done for the last 4 years. My coordinator, my commissioner, and the team of panel of referees. A very brilliant final was played. We welcome you all and say thank you very much for coming. General Coordinator, the youngest General Coordinator who has been sharing the affairs. We welcome you, the home of Gambian sports, all of you, and thank you very much for coming. Referee Paramjam, a promising referee, has administered this game and observed faithfully of assistant community. Are waiting, and we want to definitely not.
Thank you very much. And from there now we've seen the runners-up of the SESDO.
Please put your hands for the runners-up of the 2025
Milan
Super Cup final. Milan FC, champions of 2025 of the knockout and runners-up in 2025 on the Super Cup.
Yeah.
As long you are champions, you fight to be here, and you will go home with the runners-up medals and a cash prize alongside a huge gate tickets.
Well, the Milan team have really manifested absolutely a magnificent level of performance because everybody was really entertained. We all know that the level of quality of football they played against the best side, that is Team Spurs, was absolutely special here today. But we all know that penalty is just like a and the 5-4 is something. Well, so far so good. I think the pass outside need to comport themselves really well, and also the security as well need to help us to avoid this kind of violence, because there is no violence in sports, and I think they really need to be well measured and be in line with sports regarding to maximum discipline, fair play and honesty into matches like this.
I love to Milan FC to ask their champions. To the SESDO executive, we say hard luck to Milan FC and I wish you a very successful season come this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the coronation of the champions of the Super Cup, named after the late O.J. Jallow. Spurs Youth Football Academy are the champions. Well, now, coming from now, they might
Milan are already got their runners-up medal, and also is now Team Spurs who are getting set, but I think Milan need to make a guard of honor for them in order to respect exactly the maximum level of fair play which is in line with sports. So Milan, you guys should come forward please to at least make this fair play. So we are making this advocation. Jemba, send your team to come and make the guard of honor for the champions of the late O.J. Jallow Super Cup final here at the Serekunda East. Once again, we see all smiles from our noble dignitaries and also spectators, stakeholders, partners, and now we are edging into the closing of the climax for the late O.J. Jallow Super Cup final 2025 here at the home of Caribbean sports, Serekunda is once again well, I think that is a clear message. This team needs to be very quick because the condition of the atmosphere and also the nature of the ground as well. Well, the team Spurs are now walking. That is the goalkeeper who comes off the bench and make a great save. But not to stop there only. He has scored his goal in. But we've seen Musa, the Pitbulls, have now finally decided where it matters most. Because team Spurs, they are not a team that is